take control over there with their ships.
Right.
And once they do that, what happens? Everyone's out of the oil business. They're gonna tell Japan, even China. A lot of countries got a problem. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
So our military is already there. The trade line's already open. So our attitude is, yo, listen, man, let's just keep it going. You know, why leave now?
True.
How long do you think the war would last with China and America if it went all out? Where we got?
I'd say we'd have some kind of answers within 8 months about who's going to be doing who dirty.
Yeah, I think we would have a good idea on who's going to win or what the outcome's going to be within 8 months to a year. Who do you think World War III would be between?
China's definitely suspect right now.
But who's going to be their ally? That's what I'm wondering. North Korea, obviously. Right?
I don't know if North Korea is going to get involved with anything.
They're going to have to. Because China's going to want to... because if we had to... They're going to have to. They're going to have to get involved.
I think so.
Yeah, they're on their border, and China's going to have to use them. Because don't forget something. If they get into a war with America, where is America? South Korea. How would China stop America from going from South Korea and up?
Right.
You know, they're obviously gonna have to put something up, you know, some kind of fucking barrier.
Right.
And they're gonna station their troops in North Korea. That's what's gonna involve North Korea, because China's gonna tell North Korea we're putting troops down there. We're putting a couple of Navy ships down there.
Okay.
We're gonna put a couple of airfields. Maybe we're gonna use your airfield to putting Chinese planes there. They're gonna have to join them. But now my thing is, know what the biggest question is?
What's that?
Who will Russia join? If World War popped off, who's Russia gonna join? China or the U.S.?
Okay. That is a good question.
You know, that's a serious question. And Russia's known to turn their back on people.
Well,
not turn their back on people. Russia's known to change sides real fast.
They're going to do what's better for them. So, let's hope the deals are good.
It's like, you think about it, World War II, Russia, when they first started, Russia was with Germany. They took over Poland together.
Yeah.
Why did Germany stab them in the back? They could have controlled everything. They could have took France over and just sat there, you know, and chilled out.
With all of that, yeah.
They called it occupied France. That's a hell of a name to call it. Occupied France. They're taking pictures at the fucking
the Eiffel Tower. Yeah, it's crazy.
That's fucking sick.
It's foul, bro.
That was purposely done. Like,
of course, it was for propaganda. Yeah, what are you kidding me? You're not gonna get that for propaganda? Come on.
Fucking
Come
wild.
on, bro.
Wild. But you think, I don't know, that's a problem with Russia, because if Russia was to be allies with China, that would just be, it would be a United States, it would be North America and South America and the European continent versus Russia and China. It would just be catastrophic for both those countries. But at the same time, if Russia was to back America, they're on the fucking border of China. There's a lot of mountains in between them, so it would be hard for China to invade Russia. But if they found a way in, they outnumber the Russians by a lot. There are a lot of those towns at those borders are fucking small. And, you know, it's not like, you know, and you had that also, you had that oil field. That's right there, China.
Right.
What's it called? I don't know what they call it. The name for it.
A place.
That was the one that Germany wanted to stop them, because that's where a lot of their oil came from. Germany was after their oil. That's how they tried to win the war. But, yeah, who would fucking Russia join?
That's a good question.
Or would they stay out of it?
I don't think they'd stay out of it. It would affect too much if they ignored it. So I think quickly into it, they're going to see who they're going to side with. They might side with the United States, I think.
I mean, I don't know. That would be the toughest decision for Russia to make. Do we back China, the U.S., or do we stay out of it? It's like an ABC question.
They say, what they'll probably see is who comes calling first and what kind of offer they'll bring to the table.
That could be possible.
Whoever makes the better deal, gets the better.
Like if China
gets the better result, like a gun for hire almost.
Yeah, like if China was to tell Russia, "Hey, we'll take over America. We'll give you half.
We'll give you like fucking $100 billion right now." Like, that's what they would say.
No, it'd be a lot more than that.
Well, whatever. We'll give you X amount of just for right now. If we're good, we'll just transfer it right now.
Or China could say, listen, we'll buy military supplies off you.
Whatever is clever.
What if Russia was decided to aid China militarily? Because, Russia has
They got ties there.
No, I'm saying Russia has been militarily, they've been aided militarily to a lot of our wars, Vietnam, places like that. I mean, I think they were also behind with Korea. They were helping Korea out or something like that. The communists, they were helping Korea.
Anything communist, yeah.
Yeah, they were helping North Koreans out, and they also with Cuba. Mm-hmm. So Russia has been known to, if America gets into a war, to jump on the other side and give them weapons.
Right.
Now, I think it's only because of money, but what if they were to do that to China? What does America do?
Yeah.
I mean, how come America never hit Russia for like backing other countries in wars? We did put
you need a lot.
I mean,
more.
we put embargoes on them.
You need a lot more substantial evidence to do something like what you're proposing.
That Cuba thing was sick. The Cuban Missile Crisis.
That's why Crimea was sick for them. Because if we would have got that and put missile bases there, and it would have been like, oh shit, now it's Cuba reversed. So they've dodged a bullet there like this, like Neo, son.
Well, we got missiles. We got missiles in Poland that can hit China and Russia. Mm. Everyone always says, "Oh, those missiles are there for Russia." They're not only there for Russia, my friend. Those missiles can go any direction.
Yeah,
they don't have it's not a one-way street.
Those are guided.
Those things can hit Moscow, and they can also hit fucking Beijing and fucking other cities. What happens with Hong Kong? Because Hong Kong is like America over there. They're different rules, it's a different thing over in Hong Kong.
Yeah, something. It's
its
own
weird.
Independent.
It's like an English. I don't know. It's weird. It was an English colony, and then China just said "fuck you," we're taking it back, which they pretty much did.
Right.
But now, China's having a problem with Hong Kong too. Hong Kong and Taiwan is a serious fucking issue with China. They're like, no, think about this though.
That's
ready?
Two countries fighting back right there.
But think about it. Think about America with New York City.
It's two states that don't want to be in the union anymore.
Exactly.
That's what's happening.
Can you imagine New York City was like, we want to be our own country and we're gonna deal with China? We're like, fuck you. No, you're not. You're dealing with us.
Right.
You're on our land.
Of course.
This is our territory. They think differently about it. I think Hong Kong is gonna pop off too, man. What if there's a war? You think Hong Kong's gonna be a lot of people there?
They'll have to choose sides too. It depends on who they side with. That would again go.
Oh, they're gonna side with the U.S. overnight.
Who knows?
Hong Kong and Taiwan. Yeah, they're gonna have to. We protect them right now.
If it comes down to it,
Pretty much.
They might.
You know?
Yeah.
When that shit got out of hand, America and England and France said, "Yo, calm the fuck down." Now what the fuck with the protest over there? Leave the people alone. Don't fucking start shooting people over there.
Right.
That's how. If we were to declare war on countries, we always use the human rights thing. The world gets together, says, "Oh yeah, we hear they're doing this to people. It's wrong. We're gonna go over there and stop them and take the government out of power now." You know?
We don't like that.
Yeah, we don't like what you're doing over there.
Politically correct.
It's funny for
the snowflake warfare.
No, yeah.
At snowflake warfare, bro.
Yeah, I agree though. Some countries, they were doing shit for like 500 years, and all of a sudden, like a bunch of countries get together and say, "Oh shit, they have this mineral over there, or this oil. You know what? All right, what do you want to do? Well, we don't like what they're doing with those people over there. They've been doing it for 500 years. Yeah, let's fucking no. Let's go over there and put a stop to it. Take the oil out of the ground.
Right.
Rob people, man.
Well,
rob people. That's it. It's fucked up, man.
Robbery.
But yeah, I always think about that though. I always thought about like, what's Russia gonna do? What's Hong Kong gonna do? What's India gonna do? Because India, there's some territory that India and China are both saying that they're back.
India's kind of staying chill, bro. They're not.
No, India is the first one to jump on the ship to fucking back Taiwan. They're like, oh yeah, Taiwan should be part of the WHO or whatever.
Oh no shit.
India's a big player in that. If Indian says, they're a big fucking player in that organization. So some of these countries, when they say we want this country, listen, if they have smart doctors there and they're doing good shit,
right?
They want their information. Listen, in order for the World Health Organization to do certain things with Taiwan and try out their ideas and stuff, they have to fucking be a part of the organization. They have to go to certain guidelines. They're doing shit on their own right now, and they're figuring shit out. Some of these, I'll tell you something. Some of these countries, like United States and India, and they're fucking scared. If Taiwan has something, fuck you, China. That's what is it? If Francis told China, you worry about COVID-19, we'll worry about that. They tell them you better start worrying about that. They warned them, start worrying about that. Don't worry about Taiwan right now.
Right.
Taiwan isn't the problem in the world. The problem in the world right now is the virus is going around, and there's some people over there who want to talk about some things who might have some help for us.
Yeah.
They don't have no fucking cure, but they might have something that's working.
Right.
Maybe ideas.
Right.
China doesn't want to hear them. You know, China wants to be the man on top.
The question is, will they get that position?
What if China was smart enough that they have the cure for this? They have the vaccine
Already.
What if they? This is my opinion. What if they vaccinated three quarters of their population in the past 5 years, and didn't vaccine a quarter of them where they travel the most, and just spread the disease around there? Say, we can lose fucking 1 million people. Who gives a shit? Let's fucking kill fucking 300 million in the world. We'll hit every country's economy. This wasn't to kill people. This was to hurt economies. I don't trust China.
I see that.
You know?
Right now, I see that's...
You know why I don't trust China?
The Brooklyn Bob agenda is China.
If I was China, this is what I would do. It makes simple sense. China has a big problem with the flu over there, right? They're doing all those flu shots every year and shit.
We do them here, too.
Yeah, but the thing is over here is we're not giving ourselves a COVID-19 vaccine. Now, what if over the past couple of years, China had this disease made in a lab, fucking whatever, when that first came out, and they fucking discovered this thing and said, we can make a different strain, and we can make a vaccine. They've been working on this thing for years. They might even have a vaccine 3 years ago. They're just not telling nobody. So what do? Holy shit, we can make the whole world sick. We can fucking crash their economies, close their business. Things contagious.
Right.
But guess what? Right. We can vaccine 80% of our country, or maybe even 95%. They could have vaccinated 98% of their country, and 2% of the people would have had it. Still enough to spread around the world. Because those people are jumping on airports. Wuhan,
Yeah.
Maybe China's the one who started the Wuhan story. Maybe it came from somewhere else. Maybe they gave it to people who sent them. Listen, Boris, why not? It's smart though. Think about this.
I don't think it's sophisticated. That plan, that sophisticated
I'm not saying it is.
thing
I'm having an imagination.
Legit, yeah. But like as a theory, yeah, it works as a theory.
Just say I was the Chinese military. I got fucking, I got some CIA shit. I have fucking 1,000 people who are diehard Chinese patriotic people. We want to be number one.
Right.
This is the deal. We're gonna give you guys a virus. You're gonna go to different countries in the world. You're gonna do your thing. Hang out, go to restaurants, cough, sneeze, whatever the fuck you go on, touch shit.
I don't think they even told him to cough, sneeze.
Listen, you touch somebody, you shake people's hands, right? These people go to airports, they go on airplanes.
They were expecting them to do that. I don't think they told them to.
Hold on a second. Then you tell these people come back to China, and we'll give you we'll cure you. We'll take care of your medical. We'll take care of your families.
Yeah.
We'll take care of everything in your life. You'll be, we'll be grateful for what you did, and we'll cure you, and we'll give you the vaccine. And maybe listen, if I was China and I wanted to start a disease around the world, of course you want to have it start in your country, kill out a couple 100,000 people, and spread around the world and say, we suffered too. Oh, we didn't mean this. Right. Even now you fucking have every country down to their knees. Now you say, we want Taiwan. We want the South China Sea. You tell India we're taking
Start doing power moves real quick. You know why?
Because you're not sick. You're ready. It's scary though.
I'll give you that.
I mean, listen, these people in the Chinese government, man, they work 24/7 to beat the United States. There's people who sit on computers for fucking 18 hours a day, Boris, on computers. And they're trying to fucking break into like fucking American companies, stealth bombers and missile systems and shit, and they do. And they dedicate their whole life, this one person, to just trying to hack into shit, and the Chinese government takes care of him very well and his family.
I'm sure.
And once he gets him, they believe the plans to the stealth bombers, some of the designs, China got their hands on.
I wouldn't doubt it by now.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We're starting to see certain things in the military that look just like ours, made differently. But we're starting to say, wait, how are they coming up with this shit?
Yeah.
We figured it out. They were hacking into our systems. That's it.
Paying people off, you know what I'm saying?
It's a lot more than that.
Take stuff out.
It's a lot more than that.
Yeah, but that was also one big factor in it.
I think everything going on right now I mean, look at if you look at what China's been doing around the world, they've been fucking ripping people off. They're making shit products, fucking taking their factories, taking their companies. They're stealing shit on the computer. They're hacking into people's shit. They're making really aggressive fucking military moves in certain islands and certain places in the world. They're trying to do business down South America. They're doing a lot of fucked up shit. They're all over the world. They're trying to become the #1 economy, and they're also putting they're the second biggest spending on military. They beat Russia. So right now, we already know they're stepping up to us. The more money they get, the more... I'll tell you, China puts more money into the military than anything. Don't fucking kid yourself.
I think our budget is bigger than theirs.
Of course, we have more money than them. We're a bigger country, by a little bit. We're bigger, not by people, but by economically. We're fucking monstrous to them. All technology is made here, pretty much. I mean, other countries make small things, but we make the big shit. We created we create something that other companies jump on in other parts in the world.
And they start reproducing it. Yeah.
And they start making their versions. We're cool with that.
Yeah.
But I think with everything going on, everything that China's doing, they have one thing on their agenda. And that is taking out United States economically and militarily. They want things. I'm not saying they're going to invade Hawaii. I'm not going to say they're going to invade, California.
They just want to start making the bigger decisions on the world scale.
What I'm saying, the last thing we want to do is have China walking around the Middle East. Understand? Controlling the Middle East. China's in other countries. Economically, I'm saying. Because now in America, China's already beating us out on the oil. I mean, we still buy the most oil, but China's down there bidding against us. They'll pay double for a fucking barrel of oil just to be dicks to us. And they look at it as those little shots, those little jabs.
Right.
And where's to fight it down?
True.
Been doing it for fucking years. The things they're doing militarily, they're slowly moving out.
So you think they're wearing us down slowly but surely?
Yeah. Good way to put it. You ripped the words out of my mouth. Perfect way to say it. That is their goal. They want to slow... I mean, they say they by 2049, they want to be #1 country. That's their goal. That was the goal of their government. Their government was based on that.
I mean, I wonder now what that would mean, though. Do you know what I'm saying? Like... what is the grand prize at the end? You know what I'm saying?
You know what the reason for this is? Very simple. The reason for this is, and this is the deal. You can't be mad at China for this. You really can't be mad at China for this. Because China was first invaded by the European and controlled economically for fucking, I don't know how long. Probably over 100 years. Who knows? Or maybe even longer. Maybe 1800s. They were fucking there a long time ago. Then the Japanese come in and fucking massacre fucking parts of their country, fucking women, children, fucking kill fucking probably, I don't know, 20, 30, 40 million people. They don't have an exact number. They say it's 25 million. Some people say it's 50. Some say it's fucking less. Right. Some say it's 30. No one really knows. They wiped out fucking cities. Like, everybody, they fucking... It was disgusting what they did. It was barbaric. It was unbelievable. Never seen anything like it. Like they were 10 times worse than fucking Russia and fucking Germany. People don't know the Japanese war. They were ruthless. They would just kill everybody. Rape, kill, steal. China's been through a lot. I mean, China's population would probably be close to like 2 billion people right now if it wasn't for what happened with that. World War II affected the Japanese population. They lost a lot of people. China's been through a lot. So can you blame China for saying, hey, you know what? We got to be #1. That's the only way. Can you blame them?
No.
I mean, we were minding our business, fucking making rice and, building farms. And they were China, Hong Kong. It was, 1800, 1900. There was a lot of potential there, promise. A lot of countries were involved with them. So they were pretty, they had opportunity,
Right.
But the problem was, economically, they got fucking destroyed by the fucking white man from Europe, which is true. And then after that, fucking Japanese went in there and fucking massacred them. So then I think after that, they were like, after World War II, they saw what happened in the world, and they said, wait, we got to do something different. The Communist Party in China, I don't think it's really communism. I don't consider it communism because, I mean, like, you look at communist countries from the past, they're, like, different. Like, you don't need papers to walk around in China. It's freedom there. Like, you can live in Beijing and have a job, have a family, and walk around, and no one's really going to bother you. There's a little bit of authoritarianism in there, They might control your businesses and shit. But, I mean, if you're a fucking electrician and you're making a salary and you have a fucking house in China and you have a wife and it's a pretty nice place to live. It's pretty peaceful. You know what I'm saying? There's no people ain't
Right.
getting.
It's almost like us.
It's just like us. It's no different. New York City and Beijing is actually no different. It's just as busy. It's just everyone's running around worried about paying their bills. No one cares about anything else. You know. So can you really blame China?
No.
I mean, look. I mean, listen. I could say that China, you shouldn't have no beef with America because America, you know, is a new country and we really had nothing to do with that. Whatever Europe did to you and Japan did to you, we actually saved your asses.
All right.
We helped you become an economic powerhouse. That's why you never know if there's a secret plan where America wants China to build up over there. Just fuck Russia over. Yo, what if America? This is a good one. What if America's plan was to build up China, to put Russia down to number 3?
That would have been some sophisticated.
What if behind the scenes,
eco-political fucking terrorism?
What if behind the scenes, this is all propaganda? What if there's a plan in 2030? China and Taiwan are gonna make peace and they're gonna recognize them as a country. This is all done just to like take down fucking Europe and fucking Russia. Remember who caused the fucking first 2 world wars? It was basically like Russia and Europe. They were fucking fighting with each other for fucking ever. We were tired of this shit. Maybe Asia, because what happened and it happened with Japan. But maybe like America and China secretly got together and said, "Hey, listen, you know, we'll use Europe and you can use fucking Russia. We'll build you up. Nobody will know, and then you just start taking over shit on that part of the world and control this part of the world. I mean, all our factories are there, all our productions there, all our businesses there. Right. They're always giving us this money. I always say to myself, maybe we don't owe them shit. Maybe it's just all propaganda. Maybe it's just people think that let Chinese think they're rich, let America think we owe them, and whatever. Maybe it's all propaganda. Right. Maybe at the end of the day, I'll tell you one thing: out of all the presidents that met up, believe it or not, China is always happy to meet up with the United States. Like, they come here a lot more than Russia does. You notice that? Like, China's here a lot. I mean, there's a lot of meetings between China and America. It's been going on for a long fucking time.
We do business.
Business, bro. You kidding me? I tell you right now, if you wanted to knock, because Russia was scary, the Soviet Union. See, what if there's a plan that backfired? What if the original plan was to knock down the Soviet Union and it worked? Because, we were fucking building up powerhouses everywhere else around Russia. We had to build up China, build up Europe. You know what I'm saying? Because Russia touches a lot of continents.
Yeah.
It touches a lot of countries. What if we built all these countries up and we fucking broke the Soviet Union down, like, wore them down slowly but shortly? And then after that, China's like, okay, we're just going to keep on going. We kind of fucked up. We kind of created China in a way.
China created itself over many years.
No, we created it.
They're one of the oldest civilizations.
And know who fucked up? Know who the asshole was who fucking got us involved in China? Dumb motherfucker. If I'm correct. And he was a good president, but he made a big mistake. Ronald Reagan. He was like, I think he opened up the talkways.
Is that right?
Yeah, because it was communist. We didn't talk to them. And he's the one who broke up the Soviet Union. Maybe it wasn't him. Maybe one of our presidents basically did a trade. I think he was a Republican. He opened up trade with China or something like that. Some kind of free trade. I don't know what it was. But it was the worst fucking thing we ever did. Because they just started scamming from day one.
Manufacturing went downhill.
We did a lot of things with them. We took in their people and educated them here. And then they fucking left and took all the information back. It was fucking stupid. We kind of fucking was stupid, though. We thought about it, We really are, though, in a way. I mean, it really didn't make any sense. I mean, that was when America was fighting France and England, all that kind of shit. I mean, that was a big problem with France and England too. A lot of people were going there from other countries to study shit, and they figured out their tactics. They go back to their old countries and say, "Hey, listen, this is what they're doing over here. This is how they're building this, and this is what they're doing with their ships."
Right.
That little information could turn into a fucking mountain.
Yep.
You find out what kind of wood they're using. Now this wood, okay, who can burn this wood faster? Shit like that. Who can go through this wood, Be surprised. Some Chinese guys some Chinese guy moves here. He's working in a fucking lab somewhere in some college, and they create some new metal, and he finds out it's going to the military. He goes home and tells them, I was working on it. The military.
Depends on who gives more money.
There's a plan in China. And the plan from day one, when they created that new government, the plan on day one was to become number one.
When did they create that new government?
I told you, 1949 is when the Civil War ended. So they basically took control, I guess, governmental.
The Communist Party out there. Yeah.
Took control.
Right.
And ever since then, it's just been an iron fist, man. But the thing is that They're probably the most successful communist country ever. That's what's scary.
Think?
Oh, fuck yeah. The Soviet Union ain't got shit on China. They ain't got nothing on them.
That discipline goes along with
No, I'm saying economically. The Soviet Union was big at that time. They were okay. It was, but the way it was ran was fucking horrible. I mean, people were fucking starving in the streets. China didn't start off great, but they perfected it almost. It's working. People are making money over there. There's a democratic country would never do business with a communist country. Every fucking country in the world's over there say, hey, can you do this for me?
Right.
Can you build this for this price?
Right.
They were smart.
They were like, yeah, and yeah.
They built a communist economic powerhouse.
Yeah.
And I think their next plan is to build up North Korea. That's why I think they want Taiwan too.
Do you think if they get North Korea, the tides will kind of turn?
Oh, fuck yeah. Yeah. You bring in money. You bring in business. You bring influence in there. You bring in technology. Yeah. It changes the whole course of the war. The only reason why South Korea would kick the shit out of North Korea one-on-one is because the people over there are starving. They're literally starving. They don't eat.
Right.
They eat like a bowl of fucking rice a day, and they eat like bugs and shit. It's fucking weird. Snakes, like they'll eat fucking cats, dogs, squirrel, whatever the fuck's running around.
Right.
If it moves, they will eat it. Not the whole North Korea. Don't kid yourself. There's parts of North Korea that are very fucking nice.
Well, Pyongyang is fucking...
That's like a ghost city.
It's a ghost city, and all the followers who, are the true believers live there.
Listen, there's definitely a lot of people there who are living very fucking good. Eat every day and chill.
Yeah.
But outside the cities, it's fucking disgusting. But yeah, that's the problem right now, is that South Korea would win because they have the medical supplies, they have the money, they have the ammunition, they can produce the stuff. What's North Korea gonna do if they go to war with South Korea? South Korea has weapon factories there. They're fucking producing weapons at a fucking rapid rate. What are they gonna do? They can't one factory in South Korea could probably produce more fucking weapons than fucking 10 in North Korea. If they have them. Even if they have them. Production is different. It's quicker. It's fucking... Half the shit North Korea has, they don't even know if it works.
Right.
They're gonna get on the battlefield, it's gonna fucking break down. Their trucks, their fucking tanks, all their shit. You hit a North Korean tank with a fucking South Korean tank. It's fucking over. It is. It's dumb.
Yeah, I can see that.
It's like throwing a fucking bowling ball on a piece of paper.
I can see that being true.
But I do think that if China was really smart, if they took Taiwan, build up Taiwan like a little Hawaii over those islands over there, that would just be fucking mad. It would just be a fucking critical to the United States, because now you'll have like a fucking powerhouse right across routes at even odds, and then they would probably most likely build up North Korea, because that'll be the only spot where America really can come from right now. There's a reason why they're taking Taiwan too, is they want America out of there. They want us out. We were allowed to fly over there and have ships over there and shit. They don't want us over there. They're tired of looking up from the shore and seeing American ships go by. Fucking China, bro. China's gonna pop off one day.
Think so.
Yeah. The only reason why they're not hitting us militarily is because we did save their ass. They're not gonna... I don't think we saved their ass. I think even in the Korean War, they learned that they can't beat us. I mean, they could hold us off. They could fight us for a while, but in the long run, we're ruthless. Don't fucking ever think we're not. No, we are. Because people forget, it wasn't so long ago, 2 years ago, we dropped a fucking bomb in fucking Syria and shocked the world. It was called the Moab bomb. Shocked the fucking world. Non-radioactive. It's like an atomic bomb almost.
Yep. But non-radioactive?
Yep.
That'll do it every time.
Now, what if one of those things went into the middle of Beijing?
Crater.
Level the fucking city.
That'd be a fucking crater.
Level that fucking city. You drop a couple of those things in the city, over.
Catastrophic.
Next day, your military walks where everyone's dead. That's what the Moab bomb's all about. You know that, right?
Well,
Their plan is to drop it and then just walk towards the military. Everything will be dead. and blown up, but no radioactive material.
Right.
So they can drop one, put the troops there, set up base,
And go get them.
and they can have their little fucking bullshit battles. When they see a big military presence, they just keep on dropping them on the military presence. And we got a lot of them. What did
Yes.
Trump say? We got thousands of them. I was like, whoa. Something like that, right? He loves that bomb. He dropped it on them real fucking fast. So that shows you the United States military. The military wanted to drop that, not him. But they
Of
wanted,
course.
Yeah. They wanted to see what it would actually do.
It was a target of opportunity that they could test a weapon on.
Yep. That's it. And, the Syrians, that was funny, though. When they thought he was fucking around when they said the chemical weapons, use it again. And then they got reports back from like London and France and all over the world, and Al Jazeera even had it on, the fucking people with the chemical. I don't know if it was faked or not or staged, but they said, they dropped another chemical fucking bomb or something like that. I don't think Syria did it. I think some terrorist group did it, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And they're just going to blame it on Syria because those are rebels. It could have been anybody who did that, but I don't think anybody cared on where it came from. I just think America said, you know what? Let's do this. And boom. And the Russian troops were sitting there saying, what the fuck was that? That was a nuke. They seen it. They're like, what the fuck is that? They were fucking scared.
All right.
Yeah. And people were like, yo, it's a fucking Moab bomb. They call it the mother of all bombs.
Yes, sir. The Moab. It's in its like third generation now.
What is it?
It's in its like third generation.
Why? What was the first generation?
It's all guidance systems. How it flies. When you pop that thing out of a plane, a wing folds out. Splop.
I seen that.
And it takes off and it flies. So, now we have like Aegis targeting systems where we can target 70 different things at once type shit.
One of those.
That's where the Navy gets involved a lot because Aegis is a targeting system. And when you can see all the opponents that are going to be on the battlefield and you can just target them. So you have like 50, you have like 10 people flying. All of a sudden you have no people flying. You understand what I'm saying? However, which ways, if you can target them, you have a problem already. Because you got jets now that can target from like 10 miles away. So it's
Further.
like so now when you have a targeting system like Aegis, the only thing you're limited to is the distance that missile can travel. So let's say the missile can travel 50 miles. Let's just say, I'm making numbers up. So now you can send out these things, and Aegis has targeted 17 targets. And you go, okay, these 3 jets could take down like 6 of them. Okay, boom. Pop off, boys. They sump, and they go. So now you got 6 targets that are getting shot down at one time. Then another system on a boat go, okay, take a Gatling gun and just bring that right up real quick. And just bust off like 300 shots real quick for us, like these coordinates. And they go,
yeah.
Yo, that thing will let loose something in the clouds. That's a bullet storm going upwards. Gatling guns are nuts. So, but imagine now these things in correlation together. So now those 6 targets got taken out by this, another 5 targets got taken out by this, and now you have no more targets. That's what Aegis does. And I'm sure now this is like old school shit by now. The targeting systems they have now are much more better, and the unmanned drone support that they're putting together is a lot more effective. So, you know what I'm saying? So it's like you can have a drone come in with a sniping rifle and just buck shot. You know what I'm saying? Like that's going to happen real soon.
You know what scares me?
So you have like a world leader giving a speech, a drone comes down, shoots a dart into his neck. Peace out, Holmes. You're done. You know what I'm saying? So it's like shit like that already exists. We know about it. So that means if the military is working on any kind of project like this, theirs has to be stupid far ahead of what we already have as something as consumers. So with the drone technology, bro, that's what is the craziest shit, man. I can make something right now that can follow me around, and if I don't like somebody, I can target them and have that thing shoot them. I could do this right now. There's a little drone that'll fly with me. A little drone the size of my phone. And I could put a dart on it full of chemicals that'll just kill you.
Yeah, I think
you understand what I'm saying?
Right back in that.
Yeah. And because the launching system is light enough, it could fit on the drone. So yeah, it'll fly like over my shoulder, but you're not gonna understand what happened. So it's like if I don't like you, like just fucking on my phone and shit, I'm like, yeah, all right, and this thing, poof, and you're like, what was that, bro? And then you die. Like it's fucking nuts, bro. Like that's shit I can do today with today's existing technology. Now imagine what they can do with it, and imagine the systems that they're coming up with it. those videos where those drones flew in unison and started doing shit. Imagine you have like 5 or 6 of them flying around you, like protect mode. Like, fuck out of here for that. For however long the charge lasts on those drones, bro, you're fucking Superman. And if your backpack has a charging station that they could possibly land in at all times, bro, now you become somebody. You know what I'm saying?
There's going to be only one way to shoot down drones in the future.
What's up, Ollie?
One way to shoot down drones, and we already created it right now. It's going to be the laser.
The auto-guided target. You can shoot them down with miniguns. They're not fast enough for a
No,
minigun.
what I'm saying is that in the future, like these military drones, they're obviously going to need rockets to shoot these things down because they're huge. And these things are getting smart. They actually can repel those flares or whatever. They already have them.
Right.
So, like, they're already hard to shoot down already, and they go so fast, they can fly on the radar. It's going to come to a point where the only way you can stop a fucking drone from flying is probably a laser. That's what countries are going to need. What if it comes down to, yo, how about this? That'll be a cool weapon. Imagine you had, like, a drone, right?
Right.
Imagine you had a drone, and it had maybe 10,000 fucking rounds, like, in the drone.
That's crazy.
Just imagine, like,
Okay.
just small bullets, right? And it's flying. They could pick out, like, a military unit. They say there's, like, 2,000 people there.
Kill all the generals.
Little boxes, like, it focuses on, and it has heat sensors to their body.
Yeah.
And it just releases all the fucking bullets. And they just laser guide it to those people, and they go, like, a couple hundred miles an hour. You laser guide those bullets.
That's scary.
And it's just flying over them.
It's like,
and it's just dropping. And everyone's sitting there.
Everybody drops.
Everyone's just sitting there hanging out. All of a sudden, you hear, everyone's dead.
Right.
That'd be a sick system. Imagine I take out a whole army on one shot.
That's scary. That's fucking scary. If you're that precise, that's fucking scary.
I think you could fit. I mean, even if you could fit a couple of thousand bullets in a drone, just small bullets, tiny ones.
I believe there's better stuff that you can use because you can't laser guide a bullet too much.
I know you can't, but if you could, be cool. Or all headshots right to the forehead.
Boop, boop.
All headshots.
But you could have, like, dude, imagine you have automatic sniping rifles on that thing. So you're not going to be killing, like, thousands, but when you fly by, the targets that you choose can shoot, like, railgun bullets. Farap. Done, son.
Imagine you had fucking 4 or 5 of those little guns on one drone.
Yeah.
They're killing 5 people at a time. Send 100 and you kill them.
Yeah. That's what I'm talking about. Rain it down from the sky. And the targeting systems that thing has is getting to the point where it's like sniper-like in characteristics.
They have bombs, though. They just drop one bomb and kill 5.
Yeah, but a bullet will get there quicker. It'll be more precise. And it's coming from above. So it's not like your trajectory is getting fucked up.
Yeah.
It picks up mass on the way. So, like, imagine a fucking railgun bullet hitting the ground, bro. It's like, you know what I'm saying?
I wonder how, if there's a World War III, I wonder how it's going to be, though. I wonder if like World War II, they get, like, ship battles and planes.
I don't think so. I think it's going to be a lot of guided missiles and shooting them out of the sky. I think it's going to be a lot of Air Force combat.
I saw something about China's ballistic missile capabilities. They can barely hit Japan, I think. With a ballistic missile. They can't hit...
I don't think so.
No, I'm not sure if it was nuclear, but they were talking about just their ballistic missile system like they have right now. And they said, like, they really can't go that far. They're going to need to come out further to shoot them.
That would be surprising to me, honestly. I don't think they're that under advanced. I would think that they'd have a couple of things
Russia and America
by now.
Yeah, but the thing is, don't forget something too. China just got into space recently. America and Russia have been in space for a long time. We kind of perfected the ballistic missile system. North Korea is still trying to get it going. I think China can go far, but I don't think China can hit. I think they can hit the west coast of the United States, but they can't hit the east coast. They're not that far. It's not that far of a capability. But they also have smaller systems, I guess, that are ballistic or whatever, but they can't go that far, though. They said they have to get their ships out to a certain part to the sea to hit the west coast. I'm not 100% sure on that, but I've seen something about their ballistic missiles. It's not as good as everyone thinks it is. They have nukes, yes. But the question is, can they hit how many? And plus, let me tell you something. If China shot a nuke at us, we could shoot it out of the sky.
I think so.
Don't forget that.
I don't. I factor it in.
We have systems to shoot it out of the sky. The question is their systems. Remember what America's strategy was when it comes down to missile defense systems. They might be able to shoot our missiles down. That's why we're creating lasers now. Because someone could shoot 10,000 missiles at us. What if we only have 5,000, you know what I'm saying? Missiles to hit those. We got to keep on producing against another country. But if you have lasers, it's...
Right.
From 100 miles away.
It's crazy.
It's fucking crazy.
It's crazy shit.
They have it. Yeah.
I've seen the tests.
If we can shoot lasers, if we have a technology, we'll talk about the technology of sending computer chips, like little tiny chips, like really small ones, out to space, like thousands of them. And we were going to shoot them. Neil deGrasse Tyson was talking about them. Some guy came up with an idea, and they're going to shoot the lasers and make them go light speed, and we can just keep on shooting them far distances.
Right.
What's to say we can't shoot a missile down?
Right.
If we can shoot from outer space, we can shoot a missile down on Earth. You see that new laser fucking weapon on the fucking Navy ship?
Yeah, that's the one that we're referring to when we're talking to about this.
Is that not fucking crazy?
Yeah, bro.
They just push a button. Done. Done. They do it. Know what they said if they did it to an airplane? They said the person would feel the heat, like heating up, and they would. What would happen if they would just like blow it up, right?
Shit.
No, I think I know what. I think it turns the plane off.
It burns a hole in it, bro. It's heat.
Yeah, no, it is.
It's focused, concentrated heat. That's what a laser is.
Yeah, but I think airplane. What'll happen is the systems will fail electronically.
I don't think it has an EMP effect on it. It's just it's a concentrated heat blast.
It might be right, yeah.
Well, it's what it is. So it burns a hole through the fucking airplane, and then you deal with that. Like, you understand? There's a hole blown through your fucking aircraft now. If you make it, God bless you. But guess we're gonna aim again and just take another piece of it. You know what I mean?
Scary.
It's yeah. That's lightsaber technology, bro.
You know what's scary is that a laser.
You
know what's scary though? A laser. Believe it or not, a laser. If someone had like a laser, like that technology, they can kill people from like hundreds of miles away. And what if you find this, Boris?
Done deal. So Star Wars was onto something.
Yeah.
Yo, let's take a quick break, and we'll come back and talk some more shit, my friend.
Airlines. Thanks for getting high with us. God loves machine. Mopai Airlines. Thanks for getting high with us. God loves machine.
Some of them are good, some of them are really bad, but the road boy come now, take back the spot, take back the spot. Some of them are good, some of them are really bad, but the road boy, road boy, road boy, road boy. Some of them are good, some of them are really bad, but the road boy come now, take back the spot, take back the spot. Some of them are good, some of them are really bad, but the road boy, road boy, road boy, road boy. Take back the spot.
Rude boy.
Oh boy.
We're back. So what is it you wanted to get into? Because I seen you were hot on the topic.
You know what though? We were talking about it outside. We could change the subject because I want to stay away from war shit though. The top I think about it a lot is what you call him? Put my Lego guy back on here.
Compliment to
For some
Walker.
reason, every time I come out, he's always fucking on the on his back or something on the floor. I think he's moving around when I fucking leave.
I think so. I think he's displaying your pain.
Nah, because I'm always up to date with all the politics and shit. I look at I know we're gonna debate about the Democratic and Republican.
Let's just not. We're gonna go into a different topic.
It's gonna come in because certain groups that are behind this.
We have a different topic.
We are, but we're talking.
Let's leave that alone for now.
Well, all right. So you're talking about the.
Yep. Nope. He's not gonna leave it alone.
No. You want to go into the family court thing?
Yeah.
Okay. All right.
Yeah. Because that you know about this, man.
The whole system has to be revised, reformed. Yeah. Whole system, top to bottom. Whole system.
Why do you think so? Where's the root cause of the problem?
Because they weaponized the system
against
men, successful men. They weaponized it.
So what if you're unsuccessful?
And they also
you're okay.
No, if you're unsuccessful, you're not okay. I'm just saying it attacks mostly successful people.
Okay.
And that's what it's designed to do. And I'm not talking about successful people of millionaires, but people with a regular job.
Yeah.
A guy. I don't care if the guy's working. Is a garbage man. I don't care if he's a stockbroker or a lawyer. That's successful people to me, and it attacks everybody. Basically, it was weaponized to attack men. Also, it's for control, which is good. They have full control.
Right.
This is the deal. I don't know how anybody can tell anybody when you can see your children, and when you can't see your children.
That is a fucked up thing when there's a restriction on it.
Unless there's some crazy circumstances, where, I'm not going to say vice versa, but I'll say, just say there's some crazy fucking guy out there and he's just out of control and something bad's going to happen. Okay, I have no problem with the government, state, city, whoever the fuck wants to step in, the local authorities. But where I basically, what was I going to say, not only witnessed it, I was basically I had firsthand knowledge. I was basically a part of it in a way. I was a victim of it. My situation sucked because I was already on probation for something else from years ago. So as soon as I had my kid and things got bad, snap of a finger.
Right.
One phone call.
Right. Because you were already in the position, like the profile.
Fuck yeah.
Of.
But I'm not gonna make this all about me. I'll use my experiences throughout the conversation of what I think. But what I see, for example, when I'll give you one example with me. I got into an argument over the phone. And yes, I did say, officer, I'm coming by this weekend to see my kid, whether you like it or not. I told her, I don't care. I'll fucking walk in the house and just take him out for the weekend, Right. I wasn't going to kidnap him or do anything bad to anybody. That was my attitude. I'm coming over there, whatever. And I did go over there. And she had police there. And I think the police that were there, they weren't concerned about her not letting me see my child, which I think was more important at that time.
Right.
They were more concerned about, you can't yell at her and you can't argue with her and you can't debate her, you can't do that. And then they locked me up for domestic violence. I said, domestic violence? I'm thinking domestic violence is like when you punch a girl, or you fucking grab her by the neck, or you fucking threaten to kill her, or you smack her around the street. That I understand. Lock the motherfucker up and make an example of him, and really fucking crack the whip on him. All right. But all of a sudden, I get locked up, and then I go down to the police station. I'm like, yo, what am I being locked up for? What did I do? I didn't think having an argument over the phone, you can get locked. I didn't threaten to kill nobody. I'm coming by to see my kid. Fucking have him ready. I'll be there in fucking 20, an hour.
Right, but that sounded threatening.
But the thing is, to who? To the average person? No,
to anybody try to build a case.
Listen, well, this is my thing. They tried hitting me with a couple of knocking on the door too hard. That's harassment.
See,
knocking on the door.
it's crazy.
But now here I am.
Little micro laws that you can run.
Exactly.
Into.
Here I am. I'm in a courtroom. I get to the police station. They treat me like shit, like I'm fucking. They basically like I'm O.J. Simpson. You know, I'm telling profiles
Really?
O.J. Simpson. Yeah, they get you to the fucking courtroom. You go see a judge. My luck at the woman.
Like right away, or do they keep you in holding
Well, you know,
for a while?
they do the whole fucking 8-hour thing. You know, hold you in the precinct. They run your fucking name. It's a bunch of fucking stupid shit. Sometimes it takes 4 hours. Sometimes it could take a whole weekend. I was in jail one time for 2 days, waiting to see a judge for her to say, "Oh, do you have proof?" "No, we have no proof." "Okay, go ahead, go home, Mr. Gagan. Sorry, we're dropping the case." I'm saying, "What the fuck? You locked me up. You know, what? I just go home now? That's it. 2
You
days
just go home now.
Yeah, that's what they do to you.
Crazy.
But with the way they get the guys is very, very smart. Like with me, they got me in there, and they told me, okay, they tell you what you're being charged with. This is fucking sick. I had a guy before me with a possession of a gun, and he was R&R. He was released on his own accounts, right?
Right.
I'm thinking, oh, I got a cool fucking judge right here. I got a fucking cool DA. You know, the DA is not too strict. The DA said, hey, no problem, we're cool with that. He can go back on the street. I get up there.
Samples.
Holy shit. She reads out, what was the charges? It was, I don't know, it was verbal domestic violence, which I think it was like a new thing, because the lawyer I had said, what? Verbal? The fuck is verbal domestic violence?
Yeah.
They
Can it be going the other way
what
too?
I'm saying is they created a new charge because, you know, and basically if you yell at somebody. Now here I am on the way in there. I have cops yelling at me. She was yelling at me on the phone. I have cops yelling at me.
What's up, Dave?
I got court officers yelling at me in the fucking cell, having arguments with people. None of them are getting locked up for yelling.
Right.
Only me. I'm like, what the fuck? So basically I'm being locked up because I yelled at her on the phone, or I told her, I'm coming to see my fucking kid. Fuck you. I don't care what you think. I'll be there in an hour. That's what I'm being charged with. So I'm saying that's verbal domestic violence. Now, to me, that's me saying, you know, that's me debating somebody. That's me having an argument, a debate. That's me saying to the person, listen, you're fucking wrong. I want to see my kid, and I'm coming here. We had an agreement Saturday. We went to family court. I have an agreement. Now, to the average person, that's just a dispute, which is over the phone, by the way, too. Now, when I go over there and I knock on the door and I'm waiting and no one answers, and then I call her up and she's, oh, I'll be out in 10 minutes. Then the cops come. Hold on. When they approach the scene, right, what's the first thing they observe? We got a guy sitting outside waiting patiently, calmly. He's not doing nothing wrong. He only knocked on the door. Okay, he might have had a controversial phone call, or maybe an argumental phone call with her an hour ago. But he's here now. He knocked on the door. He's waiting for his kid. Why can't the cop come up and say, hey, how you doing? What's going on? Listen, she called us up an hour ago. You yelling at her on the phone. What's going on? Nah, nothing. I want to come see my kid. Why can't the cop knock on the door and say to her, listen, let the guy see his kid. He's going to leave. He's going to have fun with his kid for the weekend. And he's going to come back. If you have a problem, give us a call. If not, whatever. You know, let's dispute the situation right now. No. They tell you to wait there. Then they have a cop go in the house. And they ask her, do you want to press charges for harassment and domestic violence? Over a phone call.
Right.
I made a phone call.
Crazy.
I knocked on the door.
And you can file charges for that.
The cop already knew it. Okay, he was knocking on the door. I heard the cop in the house. He was banging on the door and knocking on the door. And she's like, banging on the door. Oh, was he yelling? She's like, I don't know. But he was banging on the door. Okay. And what else? He yelled at you on the phone? Did he threaten you? Oh, yeah, he said he's going to come in and take the kid. Oh, kidnapping? They started, like, basically...
Right, writing a profile.
Basically saying, okay, did he do this? Did he do that? And if she said yes, they wrote it down. Basically, she said that you did it.
Yeah.
So you get to now the time the cop writes everything down, now it goes to the DA. Now I'm O.J. Simpson. Now, you know, no. Now it went from, he called up on the phone and he said, I'm coming over there right now. I'm going to kick your fucking door in and I'm going to take my kid and I'm going to do this and do that. But the reason why the case at first they wanted me to plead guilty, and they wanted me to accept, I think it was 1 year, no, they wanted 6 months in jail, and they wanted me to go to a drug program, an alcohol program, a batteries program, a domestic violence program.
Put you to college, son.
Yeah, and they wanted me to do all these programs after I got out of jail, or something like that. I don't know what the fuck it was. And I was just like looking at it saying, whoa. All I did was call her up and argue with her about seeing my kid.
And you got all of that just for a
And I was telling her that I'm coming there. I don't care what you fucking say. We made an agreement. We did it verbally in a courtroom in Brooklyn. I'm coming there to see my kid. They built this system for a woman to, on minimum things, like really small things. Like, a cop can say to the woman, what did he say to you on the phone? He said he's coming over here and he's going to take the kid. Oh, really? Did he? How did he say it? You know, they basically it's like they coaching them on the scene.
Yeah.
So this is why I told you it's going to get political, because it comes from a movement. It comes from a movement. It comes from the politics. It comes from the top, and it trickles its way down. And what it does is it goes to the district attorney's office. It goes to the police department. But it's profitable. So now what happens when you create this new law now, verbal domestic violence? What's the first thing they offer you in court? First thing they offer you in court when you sit in front of the judge, the first thing the DA says, "Oh well, if he pleads guilty and he accepts
plea bargain." Yeah.
No, if he pleads guilty and he goes to a domestic violence program for 28 weeks, once a week, and it's going to cost $100, we won't put him in jail. We'll let him go right now. Now, most people have a job on Monday and say, well, I don't have $10,000 bail, and I just got into an argument with her. I just wanted to see my kid, and what the fuck? And they're telling you, listen, motherfucker, you want to see your fucking kid, you do it the way we tell you to do it. That's the fucking problem. So now
and is it guaranteed? No.
Yeah. For example, they're basically telling you, we're taking control of the situation now, and you have to do all this stuff to see your kid twice a month.
Fill out forms and shit.
Forms. You have to go to court buildings. You have to go to programs. You got to do this. You got to do that. And guess what? The person you were arguing with, who's 50% guilty too,
they ain't got nothing going on.
They did nothing. Nope. They did nothing.
They make you jump through hoops.
We're gonna get hoops. Forget over buildings. Those hoops are on fire, bro. They're on fire. And then family court's no better. You go to fucking family court. That's the fucking worst, man. If you want to see discrimination, brother, holy shit.
What kind of discrimination did you experience? What kind of discrimination did you experience?
If you're a father in family court, you're fucked. In New York City, you are fucked.
Why so?
Why? Because you're a father.
That doesn't explain it.
Everybody that walks in that court building is O.J. Simpson, Chris Brown. You understand? That's everybody in that fucking walks in that building. That's how they look at you. Exactly how they look at you. As soon as you walk in that fucking building, you get that look from everybody. Because obviously you're in that building for a reason, because you want to see your children. And the mother's not letting you see your children. And you don't see many... You see mothers down there partitioning for child support, partitioning for, like, to take away rights from the father. But there's no mothers down there partitioning for the kid to see the father. They don't even have that option down there. It's only A and B. There's no C. When a woman walks to family court, there's only two reasons why she's there. She wants money, or she's taking away the kid permanently. Why they even have a court for that? To take away someone's rights for their children? It's fucking ridiculous in this country. The government should only do that if you're a threat to the child. Or to the mother. I mean, a physical threat. You're going to kill him, something like that. But if you're just some fucking guy who's fucking yelling and screaming on the phone in front of the house here and there, nothing wrong with having a cop go over and say, hey, buddy, calm the fuck down. This time I'm going to lock your ass up. But a little different than attacking their job, attacking their freedom, making them pay bail, attacking their fucking paycheck, making them take classes. This is the only... I never understood what... I see what they're doing, though. They're weaponizing this thing, and they're profiting off of it, and they're controlling a large group. They're controlling families. Who the fuck is anybody to tell me if I can see my kid or not?
That's the real question.
Know what's amazing, too, with the criminal court and the family court? This is true fact. It happens every day. You can get married tomorrow. You can have a child with your wife. You can catch her cheating on you. She could tell you to your face, this is my plan. I'm leaving you for this guy. I'm taking your fucking kid to Jersey. Tomorrow. Fuck you. Guess what happens? She can do it. She can do it. If you even look at her wrong, say something wrong, whatever, you're done. If you go to family court and you tell a judge that, a judge will, listen, they'll do the right thing. They'll order her not to leave and stuff. You can do things to stop it, though. But it doesn't come down to that, though. Because what happens is the girl gets smart. The girl goes to the cops the next day and she says to the cops, me and my husband had an argument. The cops and I ask her, what'd you argue about? Well, I told him I was leaving him for this guy and I'm taking the kid to Jersey. And he fucking yelled at me and he said, if I take the kid in Jersey, he's going to track me down and find me. And the cop will say, he says he's gonna track you down and find you. Oh boy, he just threatened you. Bada boom, bada boom, bada boom. Now it goes to a DA. DA says, lock him up right now. Now they lock you up. Now you're in the jail cell. Now the DAs are working around the clock. All right, we want order protections. He can't go back to his house. He can't see his kid. He wants the kid to go
It's
to
a
family court.
case. It's a case. They're milking it. They're working it.
Now your wife's sitting in the house.
God
Ready for this one?
damn.
Your wife's sitting in the house. How you doing, Mr. DA? How's everything? Good, good. Yeah, everything's good. I was just hanging out with my new boyfriend. Everything's going great. I'm looking at moving to Jersey. I'm taking the kid away from him and this, that. And yeah, he threatened me. He said he was going to track me down. And I'm terrified for my life. What do you want, a 5-year order of protection? Yeah, 5-year one would be fucking great. Hey, can you get one for my boyfriend, too? Because he's threatening him. Oh, he's threatening him, too? Okay, well, that's all. And one for the kid, too. Then, boom, before you know, she has order of protections lined up. Now you're sitting in a jail cell. Maybe you're a city worker, union worker, could be a stockbroker. Who knows? You're a nice guy. You just got into an argument with your wife, and you told her, "You're not taking my kid. I'll track you down. I'll fucking take him from you." It's my kid too, you know. But see, the state doesn't recognize that. It's not your kid. It's her kid. It's her kid. You have no rights. Zero.
All of a sudden, they're involved to that degree.
So you know what happens? Now the government gets involved. They put every fucking restriction they can put on you. Then they tell you, you have to be happy.
Yeah, that you're not in the
You have
fucking
to
box.
You have to no. When you get out of jail, you'll be in jail for one night. Judge will release you. Most judges are common sense. Okay, this guy's not going to do nothing. He's got into an argument with her. Politics. I gotta fucking tell him, come back 3 months from now. You know, come back. We'll do deposition, motherfucker. Come back a week from now. Who knows? But now you get out of jail that night. Now you got your job calling. You're saying, oh, domestic violence. Okay, your job tells you we got a problem now. Well, you have to go to a program and you're going to lose your job, something like that. That comes up. And then the DA wants you to take programs. Before you know, you go from being this guy who just told your girlfriend or your wife that, hey, you're not fucking taking my kid away from me, to, oh, shit, I have a court case going. It's order of protection. This thing gets fucking serious. Now you go to fucking, 2 nights ago, you and her were sleeping in the same bed, joking around, laughing. You caught her fucking around with somebody, or you caught her, whatever, doing some grimy shit, and you breaking up. And then you go to fucking family court like 6 weeks later. She has like fucking cops around her and shit. She's terrified of you. It's a whole fucking game, But that happens not like that though. But they play that whole fucking game. But so now what the system does is now they tell you have to be happy.
Yeah,
you can't get mad.
Right.
You have to have good demeanor.
yeah, like that. You can't get mad.
No, you can't. You have to come to court. You have to obey by our rules now. You're going to go to this building. You're going to talk to some people that don't even give a fuck about you or your kid, or they don't even know them, but they're going to give you rules. And then you go to family court and you say, hey, okay, 6 weeks later, you finally get a court date.
Right.
You haven't seen your kid in a month and a half. You walk in there with an attitude, and they're fucking shocked. They're like, holy shit, this guy hasn't seen his kid in like 2 months, and he's mad? Who the fuck are you? What are you fucking mad about? You haven't seen your kid in 2 months? You just lost your job? You walk in here happy, motherfucker. You know why you walk in here happy? Because I'm going to allow you to see your kid 4 days out of the month. Every other weekend. Be happy. Right. It's good. Yeah, I know she was going to fuck it. It's just say, well, you weren't married to her, but it's you don't have a kid together. The judge will say to you, I don't care that, you're 100% right and you didn't do anything wrong. Why should the guy deserve to lose his kid? Any 1 second with him?
Right.
If 2 people have a kid and one person decides, hey, listen, I want to fucking ship off to fucking Australia tomorrow, why can't you say, hey, listen, fuck you, you're not doing that, even if it's Jersey?
Well, you have to have a say as a parent.
The thing is, fathers don't. Mothers just control everything. A mother has to really fuck up bad to even get yelled at in the courtroom. Oh, fuck yeah, bro. There was women who fucking had. I seen girls down there with track marks in their fucking arms, bro. And they were walking out, and the guys walking out getting arrested, and they're walking out laughing with fucking 2 babies in their fucking arms.
It's crazy.
Yeah, one kid's Chinese, one kid's fucking Spanish. That's the best part too.
That's the real.
No, but
shit.
I see it though. I tell you right now, the family court system, it's fucked up what they do, and it starts from the top.
Well, it looks like it took you for a ringer. Which is shitty. Which is shitty because you have personal experience.
Can you imagine? Can you imagine you have a kid with a girl? Everything's going great. You guys break up. Could be your fault, her fault.
Right.
Nothing wrong to the kid. And then you get fucking locked up. Then your job comes down on you and says, "Listen, now you're on you're gonna lose your job now, possibly. You got to pay for lawyers now. Do all this shit because you had a fucking argument."
Right.
But meanwhile,
verbal argument.
Yeah, but meanwhile, a couple of days later, you know what I'm saying? You could be at work and your boss can yell at you. Can you have him locked up? He yelled at me at work. No, it's okay at work because it's part of the job, right? It's okay when a cop yells at you in the street. You know, it's okay when a judge yells at you in a courtroom. But if you yell at your girlfriend, you go to jail.
Certain things you can't do. Certain people you can't yell at. Welcome to
all
civilized society.
That's the problem, though. It's a big fucking problem. Let me tell you something right now. Do you know how many fucking kids out there, how many fathers out there lose their kids? They don't see them. I'm a perfect example. She can do whatever she wants. There's
Do you have visitation rights as of right now?
No. You know how hard that is to get?
No, I'm asking where you're at with that.
That shit's fucking, the fucking state fucking did it. They beat me to the ground. Attacked my freedom, attacked my career. They attacked everything they possibly could. And all she had to do was just sit back and call up one person.
So right now you have possibility of visitation, or you in litigation? Nothing. You don't have any visitation rights at all.
I don't even know where he is.
Really?
She moved. Done deal.
Is that right?
Yeah, they set it up for her. They gave her the perfect opportunity. They sat her down. They said, "Listen, we're gonna watch your back. Do whatever you want." You know what I'm saying? Are you kidding me? Trust me, I witnessed it. I went to family court, and I was doing everything the right way. It's a true story. And the first time I went, I didn't see my son yet. I just got out of jail, and I didn't see my son yet. And I went to court. I think I went 2 times. On the second time, we worked out a visitation schedule. I had to do supervised because, I was going to kill my kid the first day I saw him.
Right.
That was my whole plan.
Right.
I was going to spend all that money and wait all that time just to go. Stupid, right? Mm-hmm. You think you would do it without doing all that, But these people are dumb. They don't have common sense. That's why they call judges. And they call, it's a problem.
Shots fired.
Yeah, they have no common sense.
Shots fired.
Zero common sense.
Shots fired.
So what happens is they order a supervised visit, and I think the first one was the following week, and I was supposed to call the place up, and the next week came, and I called the place up, and they tell me, "Oh, we don't have anything scheduled. We couldn't get in contact with her." Then I called the second week, nothing. I called the third week, nothing. Now there's a fucking problem. It's 3 weeks straight. My lawyer calls up the fourth week, tries to find out what's going on. They tell my lawyer on the phone, they didn't tell me, which was good. I'm happy. They told my lawyer, "Oh yeah, we spoke to her, and she's in Puerto Rico right now. She went there last month.
Oh wow.
She's gonna be back next week." And then my lawyer contacted somebody in the courts or contacted her. I don't know what happened with her lawyer, and we had a court date coming up. And it just so happens when she was getting back, it was a week later. I was supposed to see my son 4 times and go back to the court, and they're supposed to get she had to get a report. Judge McGrady, go fuck yourself.
Shots fired.
Was I allowed to do that?
Shots fired. Yeah, I guess so. It's a public.
I'm sorry.
It's a public official.
Okay, I'm sorry. I didn't mean to.
I mean,
no. We don't remember you told me watch what you say sometimes.
Yeah, but if that judge fucked you over, fuck that bitch.
I remember my lawyer picked me up at my house. I was driving there. I didn't see my son for over, I think, I don't know, a year and a half. So it wasn't like, those 4 weeks sucked. I was ambitious. I was amped up. I thought I was going to see him. But, I went 4 weeks without seeing him. I was actually more happy that I was going to prove to this bullshit system that it's not me. She doesn't care. She doesn't give a fuck at all. She doesn't care about me seeing my child at all. My whole thing with proving was I wanted to prove that her agenda, since my kid was a couple of weeks old, was to take away his real father before all this shit happened. That was my whole plan, was to try to put it in their heads that this wasn't something that came up a week ago. This was something that's been going on for years. She has certain actions, changing his last name. I found out she changed his last name fucking I think
What's his last name now?
I can't say it over the thing. No.
Gotcha.
Yeah. But what's it called? So how about this? I went to family court. Me and my lawyer, and my lawyer said, "Listen, it sucks you didn't see him, but this is a good thing because now the judge is really gonna go hard on her right now. She just violated 4 court orders. It's 4 weeks straight. Actually, you could throw a 5th or a 6th in there if you really wanted to, disobeying a court order." Disobeying this order, there's a couple of them involved. And my lawyer,
are they going to be enforced is the question.
My lawyer told me it's very unlikely she would be arrested, but she said if she didn't come back from Puerto Rico and we went to court, they would issue an arrest at the airport.
Okay.
Which is funny. They can't arrest. They say Puerto Rico is part of America. I know it's a territory, but it's not a state. They can't arrest her in Puerto Rico, but they can arrest her at JFK. That proves to me that when I tell a judge, oh, we'll get to this thing in a second. So what happens is we go to court. She's obviously there. She looks scared as fuck. It's the first time I actually saw fear in her, because the first time was in Brooklyn. She was a little nervous, but I think she had some coaching and people patted her on the back, said, don't worry about it. You're a girl. You're a single mom. They're going to back you no matter what. Just say he did this, say he did that. This is the first time I went to court and I sat down and I looked at her and I was talking to my lawyer and she looked scared. Looked like she wasn't sure if she was going to. I don't think she was going to get locked up. She could have. If the law was done correctly, they could have put handcuffs on her, say, you contempt of court, you're going to sit in jail for a night, and we're going to press charges on you for what? Not press charges, but, we're going to give you a little slap in the wrist. They don't do that to them in there. No, they just tell them. Her lawyer came over to talk to mine. And the first time they talked, they were on pretty decent terms. He came over to talk to mine. Oh, can we talk about this? And he tried telling her that there was a mistake made and this, that. And my lawyer said, listen, I don't know. We're going to talk to the judge first. I don't know what's going on, And she didn't want to talk. I told my lawyer, don't make no deals. I want to walk in. My lawyer said we could work something out right now, maybe get a deal going. I said, no. I like this. I see fear. I see she's scared. I said, fuck that. Let her go in there and deal with the bullshit. Let the judge fucking point it out. I made a bad call. I went in there and the first thing.
Should have taken the deal.
No, because she wasn't going to make a deal anyway, because the judge was still going to fucking fuck that up anyway. There was no deal made outside the courtroom.
So you don't think that y'all could have made a deal outside of it?
Nah, because I was getting my visitation anyway. I still saw him a week later. I was going to see him one way or the other. They weren't going to hold him against me. But the judge seen the first 4 visits. She didn't contact the place. She didn't contact nobody, not even her own lawyer. The judge, right there, should tell any judge, I'm the one who partitioned her. I'm the one saying I want to see my son. She's sitting there saying, I don't want him to see his kid. And the judge is saying, why do you want to see your kid? I'm basically saying, because I'm his father. I should. I have a right to. They say to her, why don't you want him to see his kid? And she's like, I don't know. I just don't want him to see him. That's her answer to everything. I'm not saying the judge in the ass is that, but that's the judge should see that. That this guy wants to see his kid. He's angry. He's pissed off in the corner. He's not getting what he wants. All he wants is to see his kid. This girl is pissed off and angry. What is she mad about? She wasn't in jail. She didn't lose her job. She didn't lose her kid. She didn't lose nothing. What is she mad about? Know what she's mad about?
She's a mom.
No. Know what she's mad about? She's mad that she got to be there. Because this to her is what I'm saying. When a judge will look at it. To her, this is a joke to her. This is stupid. I don't care. I don't want him to see him. No one's going to change my mind. To me, this is serious. I'm in there fucking pissed off. Spending money. Thousands of dollars. For what?
Right.
We walk in there. My lawyer told me, Bobby, you're obviously not going to get full custody, but you're going to be seeing your kid every weekend. Judge is going to bug out on her. I never seen anybody get away with 4 visits. So I had people miss 1, 2. They had a good excuse. 4 out of the country. Boom. As soon as we got in, that's the first thing. My lawyer wanted to speak first right away. First, he said, I had something to say. Please. I don't want them to talk first and come up with some bullshit excuse. She goes, 4 weeks. We contacted this place. She wasn't nowhere to be found. My lawyer says, which a lawyer should have credibility. She's not lying. She says, I spoke to the place. They told me they contacted her. She was out of the country in Puerto Rico on vacation.
All right.
She disobeyed the court's order.
To leave the country?
No, she just went on vacation like it was nothing. She didn't care.
But that was the court order not to leave the country?
No. The court order was I was supposed to see my kid every week up until the next court date. They scheduled a court date 5 weeks later. So I was going to see him for 4 weeks.
But they left.
I was going to see him for 4 weeks straight, but I didn't see him at all. Not one time.
Right, because they left.
And I did my part. There's records saying that Robert, that I called up every week.
Robert Brooklyn.
Yeah, I would call up. I would call up like on Friday and say, listen, I'm gonna do my visit tomorrow. Did you schedule it with her? And they'll say, no, we haven't talked to her. Don't come. Then I would call Saturday. I would do that every week. So we went into the courtroom. I'm walking and smiling. I said, I got this. This is perfect.
Right.
This girl's throwing all this dirt on my name, acting like I'm a piece of shit, right? But at the end of the day, I was like, I think I just proved to the judge that she's an immature child. She's handling this immaturely. She don't give a fuck about, she doesn't care about her son having a father. It's a joke to her. She got some new guy right now. What happens? My lawyer says she didn't show up for 4 visits. What does the fucking judge say? She asked her where you are. Her lawyer says, oh, well, she gave me her number and I wrote it down wrong. And she was waiting for me to call her. Because the lawyer had to schedule the visits for her. Because she wasn't able to do that. Which is bullshit, because we were both told. I was told to call the place. She was told to call the place. What it was is she was supposed to call them up and say, I want to schedule tomorrow for 12:30, 1 o'clock. Then I was supposed to call up on Friday and find out. Oh, they call me up. Come in tomorrow at 1 o'clock. The kid will be there. Okay, boom. It's supposed to be scheduled for both parents. Because we're supposed to be mature enough to do it.
Right.
But she couldn't do it because her lawyer says, oh, I was going to schedule everything for her and I didn't have her number and I couldn't get in contact with her. So what? She couldn't call her lawyer. She couldn't she went to go to Puerto Rico for a month. Guess what? What the judge says? Okay, I understand. Listen, we're going to do a visit next week. Make sure you're there. So my lawyers are sitting there like, what? You're not going to say anything about this? Or you're not going to debate her on it? Wait, we can't debate her? So what I do in my mouth, I said exact words in the quorum. I said, this is fucking bullshit. She left the fucking country with my fucking son for a month, and I missed 4 visits, and she's getting away with that? Nothing's going to be said? Nothing the judge says to me? You better watch your mouth. And by the way, Puerto Rico's in the country. It's part of the country. I said, oh, really? Oh, really? Then why wouldn't we be able to put a warrant out for her in Puerto Rico? We have to wait. I mean, you can get them, but it's different.
Right.
Channels. It's not like if they were in Jersey, they'd be picked up the next fucking day.
Right.
Puerto Rico, you have to go through what? Embassies.
You gotta jump through hoops, baby.
Bottom line is that the female judge did absolutely fucking nothing about that.
Do you think that had an effect on the verdict?
There was no verdict. I already got my visitation. It's just that she didn't show up for 4 times. Now, any other fucking judge?
So, why don't you have visitation now is my question.
Oh, it's been years, bro. She fucking bounced years ago.
But was she supposed to
I'm gonna
hold
get to
visitation?
I'll get to that part of the story.
Yeah, because I'm curious to see where it is now.
This is what happened. Now, after she violated 4 court orders, and she didn't let me see my kid for a month on a court order, left the country with my kid, I had my visits with the supervised thing. I did 2 of them. The third one, I was able to go outside the facility with him. With some fucking jerk off following me, fucking from 10 feet behind, like I was gonna fucking do something wrong, which is probably the worst thing to do on a visitation.
So nasty.
When I came back, there was 2 cops waiting there for me, so I gave back my son to her.
What?
That was the 3rd visit. You know what happened? Is after that visit was gonna be the court case the following week to get my stuff finalized. And I was going to have half my rights, and she was going to be in a pickle now, because now I can see him every fucking weekend.
Right,
she can do it now.
Right.
Now I could go there with the cops and say, yo, give me my son. I couldn't do that now. I was meeting at a place. So what happened was, when I got there, I dropped my son off to her, and they had 2 cops waiting there for me, and they arrested me. And then, they tried, I don't know, violation of an order of protection, which I think was stupid that why she even came there. See, I'm going there to see my son. There's no reason for her to be there.
Maybe she set you up.
No. She was there the first 3. She was there the first 2 times. I think the first 2 times.
Her lawyer might have said set him up like that,
Exactly.
and that'd be good.
Exactly. What happened was me and her show up at the same time. I happened to walk by and see her. We had some words. There was no crime being committed. But see, in order of protection, you can't yell at the person or say, go fuck yourself to the person. They can lock you up for that.
Right.
A person can knock on your door. If you open your door and you talk to them, they can still lock you up. That's so fucking sick.
Right.
They won't.
You shouldn't have opened your
No,
door.
they'll drop the case, but the cops got to lock you up, and then they got to find out that you live there. It's fucking crazy. Where common sense went, the fucking police did. Holy fuck. I don't know. But no, it's scary, though, because people are saying that. I'll tell you about another case, which actually happened. She obviously had me locked up. I went to the precinct, and she lied to them. She was smart. She told them that, what did she say? Fuck. Oh, yeah, she said I violated order of protection. I went near her, and they asked her what happened. And she said, oh, he walked by me on this block. And she never told him about the visitation. I was there to see my son. She never told him nothing.
Mm-hmm.
So the judge, I was already had another criminal case with her from like a year ago.
Right.
And I never closed it because I keep on postponing it because it was bullshit.
Shit.
It was over a fucking email.
And it was there when they looked into this one.
No, I was going to court for that. Everything was good. I just didn't plead guilty to it because I already did a year in jail. Why plead guilty to something I can't get time for it anyway?
Right.
So I said, fuck you. I just did a year in jail on a probation violation. I'm not going to plead guilty to this. I said, let's stretch it out. You want to cost me money? I said, I can come to court once a month for the next 6 years. Let's go. Let's do this. They ended up dropping out anyway. So I remember, this is funny. I had a good judge. I'll say her name, Judge Kimmerman. Unbelievable. Great judge. Very fair. Probably the fairest judge I've seen in my life. I remember I went to the courtroom. The judge, she had common sense. I go to the jail. I go to the cell. They start telling me that I have violent objection. I told the detective, I said, before I went to court, I told the detective, I said, I was there to see my kid. She goes, what? I said, yeah, I was there to see my kid. She goes, what do you mean? I said, I was there to see my kid. She's like, well, she told us that you just happened to walk by the car and you were screaming at her. I said, no, I was there to see my kid. I was with my kid for 2 hours when you guys locked me up after. I'm sorry, it was an hour. She goes, yeah. She goes, how do I know? I pull out fucking court papers. So I have a court order to be there. She don't. My child has to be there, not her.
Right.
So I already know. So when I went to court, my lawyer was down there, and my lawyer got me someone else who was involved in criminal, and she went down there, and it's the first thing she said, the DA was fucking hilariously embarrassed. Fucking hilarious. The DA went up there and started naming all these charges and wanted programs. They wanted a drug and alcohol program. Meanwhile, I've fucking been in jail for the past year. I haven't had a drink, but I have to go to an alcohol program now because I was walking
just
sober.
to make sure.
Yeah.
Just
So
in case.
the DA already presents the case, tells me what I'm being charged with. They start offering all these deals. They want me to take, I don't know, probation, ACT. I don't know what the fuck they wanted. They started naming shit. So when the judge seen me, the first thing the judge said, remember I was going to court while I was in jail. I was seeing her, so she knows I was in jail. The first thing she says, she goes, "Oh my god, I seen her about 15 times in about 3 years, 2 years. There was times where I saw her 10 times in like 4 months going to court."
God.
She was just like, "Oh my god, what is he doing here?" And then she said, and she was like, but she had a heart. I could see it in her face. I could see it in her tone of voice when she spoke to me. And the first thing I said to her, I said, "How you doing, Judge?" I said, "I was just trying to see my kid. That was all." She's like, she's cool. You're like this close to them. The bench is right here at night court. So I'm just trying to see my kid. She was, "Stop. Let the lawyer talk." The DA says he violated order of protection. He was walking down the block, and she seen him in the car, and he yelled at her. And my lawyer said, "Okay, you got proof?" And she's like, No, but this is what the plan clear." First thing the judge says to my lawyer says, "Listen, my client here, he has a court order to be at that facility to see his kid. That's why he was there. She did not have to be there. She could have had someone else drop off the kid or whatever, dropped him off and left. She's parked right on the side of the building. She knows he comes off the train station. It was like a perfect fucking opportunity." The DA wants me to plead guilty. This shit. The first thing the judge says to the DA, she goes, "Can I ask you a question?" She said, she was all this. She goes, "Why is your victim there?" So she asked for an order of protection. She told her this. I remember exactly the famous line the judge said to her. If she's going to use this order of protection as a shield to keep him away from his son, I'm going to take it away. You better call up your client. You better tell her that if... This is true, though. This is where common sense comes in.
It makes sense.
If she's coming to this court and telling me that she's in the fear of her life Because this guy's trying to see his kid, and she feels that something bad's going to happen. Like he might put a hand up, which I would never do. But if she feels that way, she was telling her.
She needs to come up with proof, first of all.
No, not even that. If she already... Listen, the DA... Listen, she got an order of protection from this judge. This judge gave her the order of protection.
Right.
But she's saying... She's coming to me and saying, I'm scared of this person. But at the same time, she's in the same vicinity. She was in the same room as me when I was with my kid. What is this guy going to do for you? If I really wanted to do something bad, this guy's a fucking doctor, fucking 5 feet tall, sitting behind a desk. And I'm playing with my kid, and you're 2 feet away from me. If I really wanted to do something, I could do something. So order of protection means nothing. Because it's a bunch of bullshit order of protections.
Right,
it's just a way to jam somebody up and keep them in jail and to cater to their one need. Is the government's goal is to separate families.
Why do you think so?
Divide and conquer. See, when you divide a country in half, you can control it. And they're doing it now. It's called race. It's called economic society. They poor and rich, white and colored. They do that and they separate. It's divide and conquer. Guess what, Boris? What better way to control people? Not only do you separate their country, and you separate them as a I would say as a culture. Now you separate the families. That's it. That's the last fucking piece on the block. Last piece of the puzzle. Once you separate the family, you have the whole country. You control everything. Bro, they're in our refrigerators, man. They're telling us what to eat sooner or later. This is why I'm saying, and we get to a lot of arguments about people in the government telling people what they have to do. They're not there for that reason. They're there to govern. They're there to keep like law and order. They're there to protect us. They work for us. We don't work for them. It's starting to change. Because now certain authorities can come into your house and put handcuffs on you. Because someone said, I mean, it's bad. They can keep you from seeing your kid. But imagine this. Imagine you're with somebody, you did nothing wrong. And you were an honest person and you were a loyal person. Maybe you guys had your differences. Maybe something's going to go down. You two can decide on how much time you get with the child.
Right.
It should be a couple days each a week.
Right.
But some fucking DA or some police department or district attorney officer or some courthouse comes in.
Third party that's not involved at all.
This is the deal. Even though you're 100% wrong, and we know that you can care less about this child having a relationship with his father, we're going to reward you and back you up. And you're going to give her $1,000 a month, and you're going to see your kid every other weekend at the beginning. We're going to put restrictions on you.
Right.
Because we assume...
You're on probation.
Exactly. Because due to the fact that she did something wrong, and she wants out of the relationship, and that 5-year-old child who's been with you for 5 years and her 5 years, she wants to do whatever with some other fucking guy and start a whole new life. And even though you didn't do anything wrong, we're going to start putting restrictions on you. You see your kid every other weekend. If you're good, you see your kid every weekend.
Right.
You got to do this. Oh, wait, fuck. You yelled at her one time? Go to a parenting class or go to a domestic violence class. Then I'll let you see your kid. Okay, Your Honor, I want to see my kid. I'll do whatever it takes. How long is this class for? You're going to go for 8 weeks. 8 weeks. Then after you can see your kid. You're going to go 2 months. You got to pay
XYZ.
$1,000 for that. And then you'll see it. And you got to pay child support too. And you gotta be good. You can't get angry. You can't go to a bar and get drunk. You can't yell. You can't have any contact with her. You can't talk to her for those 2 months. So I'm telling you right now, even though you did nothing wrong, you're going to see your kid. I'm taking 28 days out of the month away from you. You piece of shit. I'm taking 28 days a month out of you. I'm going to make you spend $1,000 a month. And you cannot even know what's going on in your kid's life for the next 2 months till you finish those fucking classes. You won't know if he was going to school. You won't know if somebody's yelling at him. You won't know how he's doing. You can't even talk to him. I'll put you in fucking jail.
The odds are stacked against you. It seems.
Holy shit, the restrictions come like a pile of fucking... It's bad, bro. It's bad. When you actually... And it's not only me. There's a lot of people I know. I'll tell you a true story. Fucking fact. I won't use names. My friend was fucking with a girl, not married. Had a kid with her. They lived in the same apartment. Came home from work early one day. She wasn't home. The kid was upstairs with not upstairs. I'm thinking of my old house. The kid was at his parents' house. So when he gets home, he starts calling people. He finds out that their child is at his parents' house. He goes to his parents' house. What's going on, Mom? Oh, yeah, she dropped the kid off. She had to do some errands. Okay, boom. He was driving through the neighborhood. He saw his car in somebody's park, in someone's little driveway. He knew the person. He knew it was his car. She's obviously driving it. She's over there. He wasn't looking to cause any problems. He went over there. She was fucking him. When he knocked on the door, the dude answered the door. Fucking had shorts on. He's like, "What are you going on?" He sees this girl on the couch. I obviously walked in the house. He's fucking. All he did was go get. He had his kid with him. He drove to the house, locked the fucking door. She came back there, caused the whole fucking scene. Give me my kid. Give me my kid. He said no, and he's right. You have nowhere to go. He told her, go to your mom's house, go to your dad's, give me a call tomorrow, and we'll talk about what we're gonna do. Because my child has his bedroom here. This is his backyard. This is his house.
Right.
He's been living here for fucking. I think his kid was like. I think it was like 3 or 4
his
years
whole
old.
life or whatever.
Exactly.
You can't break that apart just because you have a fucking change of heart all of a sudden.
So what does she do? She's smart. And talking at the door, she attacks him. From what he said, she tried to get barging her way in, and he I don't know. He tried slamming the door. I think he hit her arm or something like that. She fucking started going crazy, ran to the corner, called the cops, called an ambulance, made a whole fucking scene.
Oh, shit.
People were out there, oh my God, he beat me up. She had scratches on her arm. She was crying. Turns out that cops went over there. There's a problem, though. He had a prior domestic issue with her about a year ago. It was a verbal dispute. He was arguing with her in front of the house. I think some neighbors called up and they just wrote it down as a report. This is the second time now. They locked him up. By the time he even seen a lawyer, there was a 2-year order of protection in place. He could not go near his child. He couldn't go near her. And boom, this is the best part. Sanitation. They got rid of him. Second time.
Oof. Bad.
It was even better. Guess what she was doing in the kid's house? Sniffing coke and drinking, smoking pot. So she's all fucked up on drugs, right? She comes to his house. Just quick relapse of the story. She's fucked up on drugs, banging his friend. He finds out by accident. He goes to his house to bring his kid home and make dinner and just deal with this fucking another time. He has a problem on his hands. He goes to his house. She comes all over, driving the car, all fucked up on drugs, trying to barge away into the apartment, take the kid away. So he's supposed to give his kid to a drunk, coked up, stoned out girl to get into a car and go to her mom's house.
Yeah, that's
instead,
some endangerment shit.
By him not doing that,
he violated.
He didn't violate. He wasn't on probation. By him not doing that, the cop said, yeah, but even though she was drunk and lunatic and she was trying to take a kid and she was going to drink and drive with the kid and go to her mom's house, which is, by the way, from what I remember, I think it was like in Staten Island somewhere, which is good.
That's a good way.
Cop said, you can't slam the door while she's there. You should have let her in the house. Basically, that's what they told her. You should have called us. I didn't have time to call you. My cell phone's on the fucking table. She's fucking barging through the door. My kid's right over there. What the fuck do you want me to do? Hold on a second. We call the cops? Are you stupid? What if she had what if she,
Yeah.
So they arrested him. Something happened with his job. I think he lost his job because it was like the second incident. She was a fucking loon. And then when he came back home, her mother came by and grabbed the kid right away. She wasn't stupid. The daughter went home. So now they had the kid and the daughter in Staten Island. And he couldn't go near them. And he had to wait, I think, 3 months for a court date. 3 months for a court date. And they gave her full custody.
Damn.
They made him take, they wanted to go into a batterist program. Which is a batterist program for you beat your wife. Not when you try to keep her from coming in the house all drunk and coked up to get the kid.
Right.
They hammered him. I think 2 years later he died of an overdose.
Jesus.
Yep, lost his job, went downhill. He moved in with some kid. The kid had a drug. My friend was not a drug addict, but he was known to party. But he stopped everything for years. He had a kid. You know what I'm saying? He was good. And all he did was he actually straightened his life out. He got in the, he fucking had a good job and shit. He had a kid. Everything was good. But no one's saying that's the reason why. I think that was the reason. That was a snowball effect. It slowly built up.
Right.
Where the kid was basically sleeping on his friend's couch. He had no money coming in. He had no career. He had no jobs lined up. Guy had a city job. He probably said, "I'm gonna retire in fucking 15 years and sit on my ass and do nothing." It was just fucking great. 3-4 years later, the guy's fucking in and out of fucking jail. She moved to Staten Island. She met some other guy. Ended up moving to Jersey or something like that.
Right.
He had to go to family court in Jersey. It's a fucking horror show. You have to go to the family court in their neighborhood, and they're gonna side with them, and you can only come see your kid once a month. It's like they just took everything away from you, and my question is, where is the district attorney after he shoots himself overdoses? Where's the district attorney? Everybody said it was a suicide. I mean, he took an enormous amount of pills for no fucking reason. I mean, from a guy who took 2 or 3 to fucking take like fucking a whole bottle, there was a reason for it.
Yep, he wanted to go. He wanted it out.
Yeah, my friend found him. He came in. He was in bed. So he woke up in the morning and he was planning on doing this. I guess he did it like in the afternoon or something. So he was like in a pair of jogging pants and a t-shirt. He didn't even shower that day, so something was up, And it wasn't pills he did. He did Oxycontins. Did a couple of them. I think he took like I don't know if there was like, my friend said it was like probably 10 in the bottle or something like that. I took them all. Yeah, it was definitely an overdose.
Goodbye.
Definitely a suicide. But does the state look at these cases and say, wow, man, maybe we had something to do with this? Like maybe we should.
They don't want to acknowledge that.
They don't?
No. They probably have the statistics, but they'll never acknowledge it.
It's sad. It's sad that it happened to me. I'm going to bounce back. I'm not going to use myself as an example. I like to use myself as maybe a success story, but hopefully in the future. But there are a lot of people out there. They're not only one kid, they're 2 or 3 kids. They're with them for fucking 10 years. And all they got to do is just say that magic word. They call the magic person up. It's called, and I have no problem with the cops. I actually feel bad for the cops because the cops are becoming like relationship fucking negotiators. Like, I know they have to show up with domestic shit, though. I know shit gets out of control. I'm not going to debate. A lot of bad things happen.
True.
I'm not taking away from that. But to weaponize the system against the wrong people, against the city worker or the union worker or the stockbroker or the law, to weaponize it against them for financial gains, and in the process, you're just separating families.
Right.
And you're letting one group get away with murder, and the other group, if they even jaywalk, you're fucking hammering them. I mean, it's kind of fucking crazy. I've been in a holding cell for and there's like 50 people in there, and like all of them are there for arguing for domestic. And they're accused of this. Now listen, I know out of the 50 people, I'm sure 5 of those guys put their hands on their girls, and they kind of went over the line a little bit, and they probably fucking deserve to go to jail for a night. I don't even see them killing them. But come on, there's like fucking 30, 40 guys in there who are like fucking regular people. Like, yeah, I got into an argument over violation order protection. I got one for you. I know a girl. I was in jail with a kid, and this girl had order protection against him, and he's not allowed to see her. And she came up to the jail.
What?
To visit him. Yep.
How's that even allowed?
I don't know, but she came up to visit him, and he didn't know who he was visiting. And the CEO came in. You got a visitor. He has friends. You don't know. People love visits.
Right.
He ran out there quick. He goes into the room. I never had a visit before, but he went into the room, and then she was in there. And I think he sat down. I was like, what do you want? Maybe they have a kid together. Maybe something happened. You don't know. Most parents would sit down with the other parent, especially in the jail. If you come here to see me, something's wrong. They spoke. No problem, though. He argued with her after. When she left, she told the DA that, because he called up his lawyer, and his lawyer told him, you got a problem, you're going to court. For what? Violation of order protection. He said, I can't control that. How the fuck am I going to control that? They're telling me I have to visit. I have to go. I mean, I guess if he would have known, but guess what? They gave him an extra 6 months.
It's fucking crazy.
Yeah, he thought he was going home next month. I got to do fucking another 3-4 more months. It's a good time. I said, are you serious? He was here.
That's foul. Man.
Smart girl. You know what she got?
What?
They put her arm around her. And said, are you okay? Is everything all right? You shouldn't have yelled at you in jail.
Yeah.
They didn't say to her, listen, you dumb fucking bitch, you shouldn't have went up there and seen him. We'll take away the order of protection now. And now he's getting out of jail and whatever. It is what it is. When I tell you how stupid, I heard horror stories. I told you I know a guy who committed suicide over it. I'm sure more played into it. Sure, maybe he misses his family, misses his wife. But I really feel like if the government would have handled it, if they want to get involved, handle it correctly. You know what you do? As soon as a child's born, as soon as we acknowledge who both parents are, it's on record. As soon as a child's born, if the parents break up, I don't care, divorced, regular relationship, if they break up, and one parent starts to be an asshole against the other parent and says, you're not seeing your kid. It can happen with a father to a mother too. It all depends. It happens to both people. You should be able to go to the police department and maybe file something with the police and say, listen, maybe some proof. They should make birth certificates differently with maybe the parents' IDs on it, maybe some kind of proof where you can go to the police department and say, how you doing? My name is so-and-so. My child lives in this neighborhood. I have a kid with her. And this is my ID. Now, if there was any serious things, they could run your name right then and there. They run your name now and say, guy's never been locked up. There's no domestic issues. All right, sir, we're going to come by the house this weekend with you. When the police officer gets there, he's going to call your cell phone. You're going to come, and we're going to make you see your kid. And if not, then we'll take it from there. That'd be a lot better. Because now each states can pass laws saying when a child's born, he automatically has half the rights. Automatically.
Right.
There's no court that has to decide on that. Because when a child's born, it's already automatically your child.
Right.
So why you have to go to a court to what? To get back your 50%?
Interesting.
It's fucking stupid.
It is.
Imagine you open a business and you're half and half with somebody.
And somebody else now tells me who the fuck controls my percentages. Exactly.
Me and you have a business together, and me and you have a dispute. We can go to court, but it's about 50-50. Imagine you have to. Imagine one person has to go there and say, I have to go get my 50%. No, it's 50-50. Cut the assets. Boom. Goodbye. You both own the property. You both own the house. You both own the car. Whatever the fuck it is. It's half and half. Boom. You get half. He gets half.
Right.
Now I understand you can't do 3.5 days a week, but I'm sure most fathers have to work during the week. They live by themselves if they're not with the mother anymore. They obviously can't leave the child, They have to figure something out. So if the father agrees and says, I want to see my kids on the weekends or on a Wednesday night here and there, if he goes there to see his kid through the normal hours, he should have normal hours, If the kid's home at 4 o'clock and he goes there at 4 o'clock and he wants to come by and see him for a couple of hours, and the girl says no, and it can be vice versa. Girl can do it to the guy. You should be able to go out to the police department and say, this is the deal. I'm having a problem with her. She's not letting me see my child. He's my child. Before you go to a family court, those cops should go down there and say, this is the deal. If you do this again, we're going to contact the DA. And we're going to prove that this child is his. We already have proof it's his child, right? She's probably going to admit to it. If you don't let him see his kid, we're going to contact the DA, and there's a good possibility that you're going to be arrested.
Did you guys have to get a DNA test?
Nah, he looks just like me. I don't have to bother. I'm fine. You do that when a kid starts looking a little different. But you can have the woman locked up, or the man if they don't disobey. I believe this system, honestly, I would be, if I had any kind of control in New York City, especially, the first thing I would do is I would reform the family court system and the welfare system.
Would you reform it too?
Well, my main goal is to clean up poverty, because it creates poverty. Breaking up families creates poverty. It fucks the kids up. It fucks up both parents. So I'll tell people, you want to break up? Go right ahead. I don't give a shit. But guess what? We're going to start changing things. Because some people are taking advantage of this shit and making a lot of money. You can't just marry some fucking guy and 4 years later take away his fucking house that he paid for. Because guess what? We're going to change things up now. Because I want to see how much money you put into the house. But if you're with somebody for 10 years and I put $600,000 into the house and you put $100,000 into the house, why the fuck do you get half? Especially if you want out of the relationship.
Yeah, 1/6.
Now it's different now. If I want out of the relationship, and you had to quit your job to raise my kids, and I wanted out of a relationship, then I'm screwing you over. I should have to give you half, maybe even more. I would. I'll tell you something. I would fucking hammer the guy if I was a judge. Listen, you want out of the relationship. This woman quit her job. She raised your 3 kids, and what? You're gonna want her to move out? No. How much money do you have in the bank? Okay, you want to start over? I'm gonna help you out. The house goes to her. The kids stay with her, and you're gonna pay her alimony for the next 5 fucking years. And then she's gonna have 5 years to get back on her feet and get a job, and the kids will be old enough, maybe care for themselves somewhat. We'll figure that out down the road. But you want out of the relationship? No problem. I'm gonna fucking penalize you because you're fucking her life up now and those 3 kids. So I'm gonna make sure that you fucking. I'm gonna put restrictions on you.
Right.
So these fucking 4 people are well taken care of. But now what if it's the other way around? Why should this man have to leave his house and leave his 3 kids because she wants to go bang the guy on the block? No. You get the fuck out. And you get no money and you pay him child support now. It doesn't work that way. They didn't build the system that way. The system was built no matter what the fuck, who's right or wrong. Only one person pays, and that is the fathers. We go after them. Plus, they're the bread makers, the breadwinners, whatever. To me, I call it, you like this term, systematic kidnapping. It's like systematic racism. They create a system and make it easy for men to be locked up. Once you lock them up, now you have an excuse to keep them away from the mothers and the children.
Right.
Because no one sees what you are locked up for because they call it all domestic violence.
Right.
If you punch her in the face or you argue with her, it's domestic violence. They'll throw the word verbal in there on the second court date, but not the first one.
Right.
It's domestic violence.
The big name has to come out and shine.
They have their own courtroom now. The domestic violence courtroom, they have it. They have their own section. I mean, yeah, you have Supreme Court. They handle, like, murders and serious shit, you know. And you have criminal court. They handle summonses. But you have a domestic court now? Interesting. Makes a lot of money.
Why not have it then?
Listen, I think we do need it. But I think if you beat the shit out of a guy in a bar or you beat the fuck out of your wife, an assault's an assault. Just charge them with assault, no matter who it is, and that's it. You know, you get jail time for assault, and you see how bad the assault was and how, you know, sick it was. If it's a woman, okay, I agree with the judge. Add on a couple extra years. The pussy move. It's a guy in a bar, you know, okay, maybe the guy mouthed off to you. But to create your own court and your own separate crime, they basically created a company. It's called the Domestic Violence Company. I call it the Me Too movement. Because the Me Too movement, it's all backwards.
DVC, Domestic Violence Company.
Yeah. The Me Too movement is not what they say they're about. Because,
whoa, where we get into that?
No, I'm saying this is part of it, though. This is where it all stemmed down from. Okay? Listen, we're not going to deny the fact that in the 70s and the 80s, and even in the 90s, it was really bad. I mean, a guy would beat the fuck out. This is what we're getting punished for. Some guy would come home drunk, smack the fuck out of his wife.
Right.
The cops would come there, and it would be Johnny from the bar. Yeah, Johnny, yeah, she fucking didn't have my dinner ready, or she mouthed off to me, or she called me a fucking this and that. I just hit her once.
Right.
Johnny the cop, I said, okay, listen, man, I want to come back here. Let's tone it down, chill. Maybe tell the guy to leave or come tell him outside. Right. And normally, it would go away. But that's the problem, is the cops should have locked that scumbag up in the 1970s. We wouldn't have this problem right now.
What's up, Sick with it? We're good.
They're a little too late to the game. Now, all of a sudden, after probably 100 years of the police departments allowing guys to beat the fuck out of their wives, even their own kind, after 100 fucking years, and the DA's knowing about it, and the politicians were doing it themselves, and they knew about what was going on. After 100 years, they decided to fucking come in and do something about it. After the American people stopped doing it, we're the ones who did something about it. And they seen what we did. See how culture became more peaceful. You notice that? If you compare American families to the 1920s to the 1990s and 2000s, we as a people slowly stopped doing that. Right. You know, I mean, if some guy smacked his wife in public in 1930, no one would say shit. If he did it in 1990, some other guy would come over and knock the shit out of you. Majority of the time. Right. You wouldn't smack your wife around in public anymore.
Somebody beat
People
the
did
shit
it.
out of you.
So we did something about it, and there's a problem with that. Politicians said, wait, this ain't good. They're getting along. You know? They're evolving in a peaceful
Why
way.
do you think they think that's no good, though?
So they said, fuck this shit. What they just did is they just put a fucking chainsaw to a house and cut the family right in half. They said, no, we're cutting this shit in half. We gotta conquer, we gotta divide, man. You look at the family court system, you gotta go in the building, Boris. You gotta be there to see it. You gotta see it.
Right.
It's fucking dangerous right now what they're doing. It's dangerous. I have seen fathers walk out and say, fuck this, I'm done, I'm out of here.
Right.
And then know what's funny? When the kid turns 16, 17 years old and holds up a liquor store, the courts want to blame you as a parent. They're the ones 12, 13 years old.
Well, that's when you can say, I wasn't part of the upbringing. Sorry.
You know?
I wasn't there.
Yeah.
Because of you.
Yeah. Perfect example. Another true story I got. This is a good one. I know fucking my friend. Same thing with a girl for a couple of years. Had a kid with her. Everything was going good. He broke up. She played the whole domestic violence card. The DV card she played. Jammed him up. I don't know what happened. He lost some kind of rights with the school. I don't know what it was. But when he was his first 2 years in school, the father was involved and he did good. And something happened. I don't know, something happened. He was doing bad in school. I don't know what it was, but they contacted the father and he had his rights done or something like that. And I think he had a big fight with her over it and he was yelling and screaming at her. She fucking had him locked up. Same thing. He was a union guy. He's on a job site. He ended up losing his fucking job on that site. He was out of work for a couple of months. He got fucking pissed. He was like yelling at everybody. And I think he even yelled at the judge. They went after him hard. And then when we were at the family court, they wanted to take like all these fucking programs, same thing, anger management, domestic violence, batteries program, alcohol, drugs, just to fucking, you gotta do like 100 things to prove to us that, you're gonna be a good
You're
parent.
okay.
Yeah.
Just okay.
Even though you were a great father for 5 years and you had an
Nobody
argument
gives a
yesterday,
shit. You need to be okay with us.
we're gonna start all over again.
Yeah.
Now the kid's ours, and you gotta prove to us in the next 28 weeks, without seeing your kid, with no job, and restrictions, that you're gonna be a good parent again because you had one episode.
Right.
Because you're judged by one day of your life, not the whole time. So I don't know what happened, but I think it was like for a year or something like that. He had a lot of problems. His kid was going to some special school in Manhattan. He was paying for it, some private school, something like that. He fell way behind, and the school told him that they don't have many spots, and they have to take in kid, whatever. And they told him, we're not going to accept him. This kid was kind of lashing out, having problems. And the father said to the judge, he said, what do you think I should do about his education now? Because now he was thrown out of his private school. What should I do? And he said, where were you the past couple of months? You guys told me to stay away.
Right.
You told me to not be involved. You did everything in your power with order of protections and court orders to keep me away from my child until you felt it was okay. So while you were doing all that, my kid failed in school.
Right.
And guess what? Who takes responsibility for that? The mother, 100%, because she was the one who started the whole mess. I could say the father could take responsibility for the argument, take half the responsibility. I know it goes both ways. But after that, the state stepped in and said, who the fuck are you to yell at her? Now you don't see your kid for the next year. We're going to make it impossible for you. And while we're doing that, we're not even going to care what your kid does. We're not going to watch him. We're not going to oversee
Yeah, that's
anything.
her job.
That's her job. What happens? The kid fails out of school. Things go bad. Kid gets in trouble. What does the judge say? He tells the father,
It's your fault.
no, because you can't talk to me. Shut your mouth. Your lawyer can talk to me. How fucking funny is that? That he can't go in there and have his fucking 2 minutes and express his feelings. Say,
No one gives a shit about your feelings,
I feel the
bro.
decision that you made impacted on my son, and then he lost this, and he lost that, and he lost this. Now he's behind because of your decision. So why the fuck should you make any more decisions? For 5 years, everything was great. As soon as you stepped in, boom. Not even a couple months later, he's getting thrown out of school. I just wasted, thousands of dollars. Why should you make the next decision? You know why? Because some fucking politician said you can. And they don't give a fuck if they make that. Children have died under the care of fucked up parents.
Yeah.
And judges.
Yeah. That has happened.
That one case I seen where the fucking girl was on heroin or something like that, and I don't know, the father took the kid out of the house, and then the girl there was something happened where the girl was doing drugs. The father took the kid out of the house. She called the cops. They locked the father up for kidnapping, all this fucking 16,000 fucking Me Too movement charges, they call them, the Me Too charges. They hit him with every charge they possibly can. Their whole objective was, this guy's yelling and screaming, she's doing heroin, she's smoking crack, she's hanging out in a crack house, my kid's in a crack house, and he's saying all that. And she's saying, he kidnapped my kid. And they're like, focus on him. That's where the money's at. That's where the production's at. Huh? We can't fix her. She's a crackhead. She's a heroin addict. She don't care. She'll rat the whole neighborhood out when I'm in jail. He's the one that has something to lose. Let's go after him. Boom. They control the situation. They keep her doped up. They keep him in a fucking goddamn courtroom fucking 5 days out of the month. Guess what happens?
Making money.
He goes to family court.
Making money.
Yo, I saw a girl nod out in family court.
Shit.
She was nodding out. And after that, the guy that went in with her, he came out in handcuffs.
Wow.
She walked out on her phone talking to a dealer. That's when I realized the family court system is bullshit. But yo, that story I seen, from what I know, the judge nailed the guy, like wailed him out in family court. Like basically saying you see your kid once in a blue moon, a visitation, supervised, all that shit. I think the girl was in some rehab, and they gave her the opportunity to change her life. And I don't know what the fuck was going on. I don't know what was going on. Some outpatient program, some wild case. This judge was so fucking liberal. So fucking, I hate to say it, she was so far fucking left. She could have tattooed a fucking L on her fucking head. It was a really bad situation. So it turns out that the guy got the phone call that you would never want to get. You know what the phone call was, right?
What's that?
We found your kid dead. Yep, the girl was giving the kid a bath or something like that. I don't know. And she must have fell asleep, or she was too fucked up. I don't know what happened. Something happened to her. She left the kid in the bath for maybe a minute too long. Or maybe it walked out of the room. I don't know what happened, but the kid drowned and died. And the judge who handled that case, a couple months later, was promoted. That's what the article I read was about. They promoted this judge, and they found out she had a second kid that died under her watch.
What did he do to her?
What?
What did the judge do to her?
Nothing. It was a family court judge. He can't do anything.
And then he got promoted?
No, after the kid died, the guy made a big stink about it, saying this is the judge's fault. I told the judge she's a heroin addict. She has a history, rehabs, arrested, that's that. But the judge was so fixed on that Me Too movement that, a child is always the woman's. It's not the man's. The woman carried the child belongs with the woman. The Me Too movement believes that a child belongs with the mother no matter what,
right,
under any circumstances. Unless the mother's beating the shit out of the kid or doing a lot of drugs out in the open, whatever. So what happened was, after this guy made a big deal about it, the judge just happened to be promoted or something like that. I don't know what happened. She was given an award or something.
Right.
They was making a joke about it. And then after that, they started digging into the judge's life, and they found out years before that there was another kid that died. It was beaten to death.
What?
But it was vice versa. Now it was the father. The mother came in and said something about the father's a whack. I don't know. It was just weird. And the judge just had no common sense. And it turns out this is what happens in the family court system.
How about that?
Do you know how many families a family court destroys? I bet you more than they fix.
Well, that's human nature. Now you're getting psychological.
Have you ever heard two parents publicly state, "Thank God for the family court system. It really helped us out, solve our problem"? No.
Not to my ears, no.
No. All you see is parents screaming and fucking yelling about shit. That's all. Both of them. They both have complaints about the family court system. That's it. It's horrible. I feel bad for the kids because they look at society today. And you look at all these kids that went through that shit. I mean, most of them get by life and shit, but everyone got a little bit of fucking problems. Still a little thing out there. Imagine who gives the state, the government, a right to when anybody sees their kids. You know what I'm saying? I just don't understand it. Like, for example, I'm not knocking you, though, but you don't have any children. You were married before, but you don't have any children. So, can you make a decision on, no. You don't know how it is to be a father. Not yet, you know? A lot of these judges, believe it or not, a lot of these DAs who are involved in these cases, they don't have kids yet. They don't know how it is when you don't see your kid for 2 weeks.
But they know the law, though.
The law that they created.
Yeah, and they're going to enforce it. That's it.
The question is do you enforce it fair?
That's a different question.
I had no problem with the laws. Listen, if you want to go, listen, I'm a big believer that if you see some serious arguments going on, it is a good time for the cops to step in and say, listen, we're gonna calm this down a little bit because this can turn into something bad. So they kind of, put a stop to it. I'm cool with that.
Right.
But to what degree? I mean, now they're weaponizing it now. Now it's, how about this? If there's an order of protection in place, this is where I was wrong. It was pretty fucking funny. She got an order of protection right before Christmas time.
Right.
And I contacted her for the birthday, something I don't know what. I contacted her one day, something like that, and she got back to me. I contacted her about the Christmas presents. What are you getting them for Christmas? It was the second Christmas. You know, the first one she was banging someone else, so I really didn't, Christmas was out of the question that year, you know? Yeah. You know, she was already sitting on someone else's lap that year. But the second year, I remember I contacted her about Christmas presents. And I'm on my job, and all of a sudden, fucking 2 cops come in there. I had to run and shit. Fucking, they chased me around the fucking job site. I had to drive over the bridge. They're waiting for me downstairs. Then they call me up on my cell phone, telling me we're gonna come to your house. You better turn yourself in. You're a warrant for your arrest. I said, for what? So, like, you emailed us. I didn't find out then. I got to the police, and then they sat me down in the interrogation room. This is fucking hilarious. Sitting down in the room, they're like, you want anything? I'm like, give me a fucking cigarette. They give me a cigarette. I had my own, but I had to get it from my property. Cops sit down. We're going to have a talk about this. I said, what? He goes, do you know Dora? I'm like, yeah. She's my son's mother. He's like, is there an order of protection in place, right? I said, yeah. He goes, you know you contacted her? I said, yeah. He goes, you know you're not posted, right? And I'm like, yeah. And he's like, all right, well, you're going to be in charge. And I'm like, do you know why I contacted? And he's like, why? And I said, did you see the email? And he's like, no. I said, yeah. I said, if you look at the email, I just asked her, what are you getting my son for Christmas? Because I want to get the same thing as you.
All right.
He was, it better be that, because if it's not. I said, yeah. Went to a fucking judge. Judge yelled at me. You can't have no contact with her, But the judge said, you can't charge him with threatening for asking. They tried to charge me with threatening.
For asking what your kid wants for Christmas.
But I'm looking at this DA and I'm saying, oh my God, she's probably like right out of law school. No.
Well, this is going to be an L. That's going to have to teach you something.
There's a problem in the system. Another thing too, like even with DAs and shit, I mean, if you're going to pick a DA to go after domestic violence, I mean, make sure, I mean, murder's easy. I mean, no one likes murder. No one likes this. But there's political beliefs in this shit. I believe domestic violence is very political. And I believe it's different than... And I think rape cases are too, like with man and woman. Like, there's a certain rape cases that was certain men, district attorney, a long time ago, cops didn't proceed.
Right.
Because they felt like, oh, that's not rape,
Right,
so some wife staying their husband for.
Right.
And it
that
is.
evolved too.
And it is. I'm happy that changed because,
Listen, it's a whole different subject for a whole different day, but
yeah.
on some real shit, I'm going to cut it for tonight.
Mm-hmm.
Thank y'all so much for